What's up, everybody? Final game of week 9 is about to start. They're getting ready for kickoff right now, momentarily. Tonight we have the Baltimore Ravens visiting the New Orleans Saints. There's some fantasy implications for me and Rob. I have Devin Duvernay, Jawan Johnson going up against Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, and Baltimore's defense. I do have like a 47-point lead. And I have Jawan Johnson, so it's gonna be interesting. But it's 1st and 10. That's already a catch for Olave. Great, good job, well done. I guess I'm gonna lose. One catch, 15 yards. That's 2.5 points. We play PPR, full point. So that makes it easier for him. Alvin Kamara has one rush for 0 yards. I did not see that play. But I think I got everything set up here. And D. Dalton hands off to Kamara. He spins to his right, but he's taken down in the backfield. That's probably like a 2-yard loss. Well, it says 2nd and 10, so I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it was a no gain. It looked like he lost yardage, but Dalton under center. He's starting over turnover prone Jameis Winston. They don't trust him. Man in motion, number 89. Another handoff to Kamara up the middle between the tackles. Gains about 3. Maybe 4. Oh, my dog wants to make an appearance. She always wants to make an appearance at the beginning of the show. Come on. Look. Here she is. Abby. No. Abby. It's okay, Abby. Dalton's in shotgun, flanked by Kamara to his left. Baltimore defender pressures Dalton. He has to throw it away on 3rd and 6. That's going to be a turnover on downs, assuming they punt it. You never know these days. Coordinators are ultra aggressive. They're always going for 2 and always going for it on 4th down, no matter where they are in the field. But they are in punt formation. The punt is away. Fair catch at the 11-yard line by Duvernay, I think. He's on the thumbnail along with Kamara. And we're going to commercial break. Quick drive, 2 pass attempts, 2 rushes, 19 yards total. That was a 45-yard punt. Yeah, I was reading that there's a few punters this season that have averages of like 50 plus yards, like 53 or something like that, which is kind of ridiculous. That's a lot. I mean, considering that there's not a lot of punters or not a lot of punting going on, because coaches want to go for it on 4th down more and more. It seems like every year they're going for it more on 4th down. But I guess the fewer punts you have to kick, maybe that keeps them more fresh and available to kick deeper punts. I'm not sure. More hang time, deeper punts, all that. Who the hell knows? But I read there was like 3 of them, or maybe two or three that are just having um, astronomical numbers for a punter. But for the Ravens, Rashad Bateman is gonna have foot surgery, and he's gonna be out for the season. That's a shame because he's considered one of their pivotal pieces at wide receiver, along with Devin Duvernay. My opinion, they need to add a legitimate wide receiver one there. I think Bateman and Duvernay are great, but they don't have a truly elite wide receiver there. I mean, I guess you could say that Andrews is their true elite receiving option, but he's also a very good blocker. So I don't think he's running a lot of routes. Besides, it's just good to have multiple weapons, especially if you have a dominant tight end like that, top 2 tight end. Having a dominant wide receiver just makes things so much easier. But Baltimore opens up in the pistol. There's a man in motion to the right. Lamar just hands it off to Drake. Gain of 2. J.K. Dobbins is out. Edwards is out. Bateman's out. Andrews is out. I mean, their entire offensive, all of them are out pretty much. Even Jawan James. That's pretty crazy. It's gonna be, yeah. Baltimore's 5-3, but it's gonna be tough for them to make the playoffs with all these guys missing, unless truly Lamar pulls a Superman move and starts to just carry the team. But Lamar is in the pocket. He scrambles away, but he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. I think he was short though. That will count as a sack, most likely, but there is a flag. Oh, it's hands to the face on the defense. So the penalty is negated, or the sack is negated, and that's a 15-yard penalty. So they're going to be at the 26-yard line, I think. And they're in the huddle. I wanted to pick up Isaiah Likely, because although he's not in right now on this play, but I wanted to pick him up because I have Andrews and he's injured. So Lamar fakes the handoff, and I think the ball came out of his hand. I'm not sure what happened there. Kind of looked weird. Maybe it was deflected. I'm not sure what happened, but that's an incomplete pass. It's 2nd and 10. Abby has a knot in her hair. I'm trying to take it out. There, I got it. Abby, did I hurt you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Deshaun Jackson is active for the first time today. I wonder how many snaps he'll play. Probably 20 or so. Get a couple targets. It's hard to implement them, especially when you're coming off an injury. It was another handoff to Drake, taken down in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 12, maybe. 3rd and 11. That was a run blitz, and the blocker just whiffed on that linebacker. But I have Baltimore picked. I think Rob also has Baltimore picked, unless he switched. I know Walker, our buddy on the show, he picked New Orleans. Nolans. With trips formation to the right, shotgun. Lamar dances in the pocket, throws short of the line of scrimmage to Likely, but it falls incomplete. 4th and 11. They're 4th and 11. They're gonna punt. Yeah, Jackson looks a little he looks a little flustered in the pocket. I mean, he's missing a lineman. He's also missing a lot of weapons. So, oh, it's a good punt. It bounces about 20 yards, maybe even 25 to the 16-yard line. That was an excellent punt by Stute. Is that his name, Stute? Stout. He's stout. Punter is stout. But it's another stalled drive in this game. New Orleans was at least able to get a first down. Well, I guess technically Baltimore got a first down also, but it was due to penalty. Still counts. Abby! Oh, Abby, I left your bed over there. Let me bring it back in case you want to lay down there. Come on. Come on, Abby. Come on. Alrighty, well, I'm back. Well, I'm doing it solo until Rob gets on. His kids are sick and his wife is sick, so he's probably taking care of them until he puts them to bed. Um, so he'll probably be on in 30 minutes or so. I'm not sure. But so far it's been the defense has gotten the better of these offenses. The offenses, well, especially Baltimore. Baltimore didn't look in sync at all. Jackson failing to complete any passes in two attempts. Drake averaging half a yard per carry. But Kamara isn't doing much better. He's averaging 2. Dalton was able to complete a pass to Chris Olave. And I am playing against Olave, so without Michael Thomas and without I don't think Jarvis is playing. I'm not sure about that. But without them, I would say he has a really good chance of coming back. Yeah, so it's 191.86 to 162.84. So I have like a 29-point lead. However, as New Orleans scores, his defense will lose points. But of course, if they get a sack or an interception or whatever, he'll gain points. So we'll see what happens. The last time I was in this Monday night game with implications, I lost. I barely lost. I lost by 1. 1 point. It was like 1.2. I was playing against Chubb. Oh my god, Baltimore just got an interception. So he gets 2 points. But there is a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is. It was a pretty good return to about the 10-yard line. But I'm not sure what the flag was. I didn't see what happened. Gaming boy, what's up? What's going on, man? How was your Monday? It was pass interference Ravens, so that interception gets negated. Lucky for New Orleans. You had a good Monday. That's awesome, man. Me too. Just enjoying some football before we gotta wait until Thursday. Can't believe we're already in week 10, man. It's so, like, the NFL season goes by so fast. I get sad all the time. But Dalton's under center, play action that's not Kamara, so that's good for me. The backup running back caught that ball. His name is Washington. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Dwayne Washington. Well, that could have been point. Okay, come on. I see Kamara in the huddle now, so at least that's not a point. A point for Kamara because I'm playing against him. So It's 2nd and 3 on that little dump off pass. Dalton's under center again. He hands it off to Kamara between the tackles. He gains 2 yards, so it's gonna be 3rd and 1. You are sub. Awesome, man. I appreciate that, dude. If this is I think I remember you. You've been here before, right? If you haven't, I apologize, but welcome back if you have. And you know, we like to talk fantasy and just football in general, so if you ever want to come in and just chat around while we're watching football, like that's what we're doing this for. But it's another handoff on 3rd down to Kamar, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and maybe 2 now. Baltimore defense holds them again. Wow. And that was Roquan Smith, the newly acquired linebacker from the Bears. Yeah, that's definitely going to make their defense a lot better. That's for sure. Their defense hasn't been great. They're good. But if you're a fan of the NFL, usually Baltimore has a legit defense every year. Well, I would say these last couple of years they've been falling off a tiny bit. They're not as legit as they always used to be. But that was a good punt. Fair catch. Fair catch at the New Orleans 31. Or no, that doesn't have the punt yet. I wonder why. I'm not sure. No idea. But anyway, um, yeah, offenses are coming out in a sloppy start. Start this Monday night game, the final game in Week 9. Oh, but yeah, how's everybody doing today? How's everyone doing in their fantasy leagues? Are you winning? Are you losing? Are you just a fan of the NFL? Chilling out in here, giving us a view. Appreciate y'all for watching. Even if you just check us out for a minute. If you want to say hello or what's up, I'm a pretty friendly guy. We're both pretty friendly. We like to chat. But I'm also starting Jawan Johnson because Andrews is my tight end and he's injured. Do you like the NBA? Absolutely. Yep. Um, Now that baseball is over, we were calling the World Series games, and now that baseball's over, we're gonna try to call some NBA games. And even if I do that by myself, um, we're gonna try to do some good ones. National games, of course. I'm also a Rockets fan, so I don't know. I might call the Rockets game if it's an off night from the NFL. But we primarily do the NFL games, all the primetime games. We're gonna do all the playoff games. Who is better, MJ or Kobe? I mean, dude, it it's kind of hard to compare because they're from different eras. It was a different era in the 80s. Um, but I would say MJ. I think MJ is better. But Kobe's damn close. I would probably put Kobe at number 2 for shooting guards. You agree? You think MJ's better? With basketball, it's so hard because you have so many. Well, you have 5 positions, and they all get the same stats, and it's like, and comparing eras, it's just I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard to compare these players from different eras. It really is. Like today's era is like you can't do anything to the offensive player anymore. Like you touch them, you sneeze on them, and it's a foul. You play 2K21, awesome. Yeah, I played that for a bit when I had the Xbox subscription, the Game Pass or whatever it's called. I played it for a bit. I also tried Madden out, but I didn't really like Madden, the new one. Well, not this one, but the one last year. So it was third and short for Baltimore. I missed a couple plays, but it was third and short, and it was a handoff to the fullback, and he plunges forward for the first down. Ricard. So it's a new set of downs, and but going back to Andrews, I wanted to add Isaiah Likely, but I wasn't able to move Andrews into my IR spot because he was listed as doubtful and not out, and it didn't happen until like Sunday. But Lamar throws a deep pass down the middle to number 15. That's Deshaun Jackson. He was just activated today for the first time. That was an excellent pass. That was a 16-yard pass by Lamar. They're definitely going to need Lamar now with Rashad Bateman out for the season. So he catches the pass and goes to the sideline. He's probably on the snap count since he's coming off the injury. But Lamar's in the pistol. Likely's in motion to the left side of the field. It's an RPO handoff that goes for maybe 4 yards. You'll go Curry as a oh dude, yeah, Curry is the best shooter. Absolutely. Curry's the best shooter of all time. Yeah, the averages, like the numbers that he has, it's just it's silly what it is. Like nobody comes close to that. I agree with you there. What about the best center of all time? All right, so pistol formation again. Lamar keeps it, and he gets taken down for a 2-yard loss. I don't think that counts as a sack. That might count as a run. Yeah, that counts as a run for -2. So if you started Lamar, you didn't get a sack there. Shaq is the number one. There's so many great centers. It's really hard to figure that one out. That one's hard. Like you could ask 10 people and they'll all tell you 10 different answers. Well, it's third and 8. Lamar in shotgun. Oh, he throws it to number 3. I'm not sure who that is. Prosh. That's a first down. He falls forward. Lamar's rolling now. Now they're getting something going. Yeah, it looks like New Orleans blitzed him on that one, but they picked him up. He was able. He had just enough time to make that throw, and the receiver was open. So there's trips formation to the left and pistol. Ricard is in motion. It's a handoff to the left. But Washington, is that Washington? No, that's Hill. I think that's Hill. Hill was not able to get to the outside. It's hard to run on New Orleans. If you don't attack them up the middle and you try running to the sideline, they're just as fast. So you really have to be very fast to get to the edge against this defense. So it's second and 13. Empty formation. Lamar in the shotgun. He throws over the middle and it's caught by I think that's Duvernay. No, that's not Duvernay. Oh, it's DeMarcus Robinson. Who is a better power forward, dude? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really hard to like with the big guys. It's really hard because there's so many really good ones. Um, yeah, with center and forward, I have no idea. You almost kind of got to do like a top 10 for those positions. I feel like there isn't like a clear cut. Like everybody will have a different top 10, I feel like. But Lamar and pistol again, he keeps it, runs to the left, picks up the first down. About a 5 yard run. But who's your favorite team? Who do you root for? Giannis. Giannis. Yeah, he's probably the best player in the league right now. What he does, like he's virtually unstoppable. Lamar scrambles to the right. Oh my god, and a beautiful pass to Likely. Wow. They moved the pocket to the right like he was running, and then he threw it to Likely who was going towards the front pylon, and he just ran it into the end zone. He got behind his defender. That's a 24-yard touchdown reception. Isaiah Likely from Lamar Jackson. That was a very good play. Moving the pocket is a good idea. That's something that they've been doing with Justin Fields also. I feel like that's a smart thing to do with a mobile quarterback because it puts more emphasis, more pressure on the defense. It's like, oh, he's moving. Like now there's a problem. Just adds confusion. I feel like the extra point is good by Tucker. It's 7-0. 123 left in the first quarter. What do I play? Dude, I don't really play video games anymore, but I used to play Apex Legends. Um, what else? Yeah, dude, I haven't been playing much these last few years. The only game I played was Apex. I mean, I had the Xbox Game Pass for a while, and I was playing. There was like a zombie game there that I played. I tried out the Madden game, the new one. I tried out the 2K game, and then I don't even remember the other ones. I tried out this Aliens game, but I only had it for like 2 months, so I didn't really play much. But 2K, I do like 2K. I just didn't want to keep paying for the subscription because I wasn't really playing a lot. I was like, I don't want to pay to play like 3 times a month, so I just canceled it. But I live in Houston, so I root for the Rockets, and they're rebuilding right now, but they're definitely more competitive this year. I mean, they've only won one game, but they've had a chance in almost all their games, and they're entertaining. And they're gonna have another couple first round draft picks this year. Another season of like good draft picks, and then a free agency. Who knows? Maybe they can lure someone decent. Maybe they can compete next year. And then if they get the first round pick, if they get the first overall pick, they might get that guy Wembenaya. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but that 7 foot guy that can shoot threes, and he's pretty much like Giannis, kinda. He's very similar. However, the Rockets have had the worst record, and because of the lottery, they haven't They haven't finished with the first pick in consecutive seasons. So it's like, well, what are the odds that they get it this year? Like, they're just not going to get it again. They're going to miss out on the best player again. Like this past year, I wanted them to get Bancaro. That guy's killing it right now. And then the year before, I wanted Cunningham, and we had to settle for Green and Jabari Smith. Which I mean, they're good. Jalen Green's a pretty good shooting guard, and he's still pretty young. He's only like 20, I think. But they're definitely rebuilding, and they need a lot of work. A lot of work. But maybe next year they can possibly try for the play-in tournament. At least if you look at their progression like year by year. This year they're definitely competing like every year. They're playing a lot better. MJ was the best shooting guard. Yep, definitely. So did they kick it off? I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. They did. It's at the 20. Weird alignment. They're all back to back. And Taysom Hill is in shotgun, and he takes the ball, runs to the left, and lowers his shoulder and knocks a guy over. Picks up 3 yards, but there is a flag, and it's holding on the Saints, so that play does not count. You gotta go. All right, man. Well, have a good night, dude. Thanks for subbing, and if you ever want to come back in here and talk about something, just say hello. But thanks for stopping by, man. Later. Well, Dalton's back in. He's in shotgun, and the defender knocks the ball down. 2nd and 20. That was Calais Campbell. I mean, the dude's like 6'8". At least he looks like he's 6'8". And then he jumps up. He's probably like 10 feet in the air. And he raises the roof in celebration. Like, you. So it's oh no, 2nd and 20. They send a blitz, but Dalton is able to dump it off to Kamara, and he gets a good gain. That's not good for me. Good man, Kamara made a nice catch. That was a very nice catch. He almost dropped it. It was kind of a bad throw. He had to extend one arm. It was a one-handed catch. But that's probably like a 12, 13 yard. Yeah, that was 12 yards. So it's 3rd and 8. Kamara's flanked to Dalton's left in shotgun. Baltimore sends another blitz, and they get to Dalton and sack him. He throws him to the ground pretty hard. That's Justin Houston. The first quarter is over. Baltimore's winning 7-0. Looks like New Orleans can't get anything going, really. Okay. I guess the camera just wanted to turn off. Out of nowhere, just wanted to turn off. I like how shit just turns off on its own. Like my mic turns off. I don't even know why it does that. I don't even know what's causing that. But let's see. The score is 191.86 to 166.24. So far, so good. I could use a catch from Jawan Johnson. Like, give me like one catch. Come on, give me something. I'm gonna need something to pad my lead because eventually Kamara will start scoring. Olave will start catching balls. Might even catch a touchdown. Who else is gonna catch it? Jawan. Hopefully. Hopefully they all go to him. You know, last week I started Jawan Johnson week 1, and that was his best game of the season. And then I was like, you know what? I don't. I know what happened. His snap count was very low, and so I was like, damn, like he only had like 10 snaps, but he caught 2 touchdowns and gave me like 20 points. And I was like, I think I got lucky, like very lucky on that one. Then I cut him, and then last year he didn't really do much the rest of the year. But somebody in my league was like, how the hell did you know that? I was like, I don't know. I just fucking took a chance. Because I like to punt tight ends in fantasy football. If I don't get one of the best ones, and I don't like taking them super high either, I'd rather wait. Like if somehow they fall, then I'll take them. But I really don't like taking one high. So I usually punt tight ends, and I try for one of those high upside guys that you can get later, like way later. And really, if you don't have like the top 4 guys, like all the other ones are the same. They're all exactly the same. They're all going to finish between like 400 and 600 yards and like 50 catches and 3 touchdowns. Like they're literally the same person, same stats. But and you know you could also stream tight ends too. That's what I did last year. This year I drafted Kyle Pitts, and look how that's turning out. It's it's not good. But New Orleans punts it away. Devin Duvernay's returning it, but he lets it bounce. It goes out of oh no, it doesn't go out of bounds. It bounces backwards for maybe another 10, 15 yards to about the 33. He was standing pretty far back to where it landed, so he didn't have a chance to catch it. So let's see. So Lamar has 67 yards with a touchdown. Dalton has 34 yards. Neither team can really run the ball. But let's see what Lamar does here. He's under center in the I form. Only one wide receiver. Jumbo package here. He hands it off. Hands it off to Drake for a gain of 4. Oh, this time he's in formation, or in a shotgun formation. Hands it off again. This time he barely gets a yard or maybe 2. I'm not sure where they're gonna mark that one. I couldn't even tell where he was. But Drake is now 5 rushes, 11 yards. That's a 2.2 average. That's terrible. So it's 3rd and 4. That's very manageable. The Saints fans are trying to make noise. They're still in this game, so and it's still very early. But he's in the pistol this time. 2 receivers to his right. He dumps it off on a little flare to Drake, and he picks up the first down. The nearest defender was a corner. I guess he was covering him, and he was nowhere to be found. That was a great play right there. Excellent play. I like it when quarterbacks are not afraid to to dial. Well, I mean, he's not the one dialing up the play, but a lot of quarterbacks don't want to check it down. They want to throw it deep, or they don't like checking it down because it lowers their average. It lowers their you know their yards per throw. But it's another handoff to Drake. Looks like they're only going to give him 1 yard on that run. Oh yeah, 6 rushes for 12 yards. Shotgun formation. Everybody's to the left except for the tight end. There's one tight end to the right. Lamar throws deep to the left side. That ball was a little high, a little too far out of bounds for anyone to catch it. Although there were two defenders, if that was a more accurate throw, that possibly could have been intercepted. It was 3rd and 9. New Orleans defense is starting to stiffen a little. Maybe behind this crowd that's trying to be a little more active. Ooh, Lamar almost gets sacked, and then he fumbles, picks it back up. He scrambles to his right, throws it deep down the sideline for Jackson, but it was very good coverage. It was knocked away. 4th and 9. They will have to punt. That was a nearly a disaster of a play. A missed sack. Then Jackson fumbled it, and nobody knocked it out of. Oh, his own man. His own man knocked it out of his hand. But he picked it up and got away. So Stout is punting again. And the fair catch at the 22. And that was a very risky catch right there. He came in running to catch it. And he kind of caught it behind him. But he made the catch. No fumble. So let's see. New Orleans has 40 yards of offense. Baltimore has 91. Baltimore looks a lot better so far early in this game. Baltimore, even though Baltimore has a ton of people out in this game, it's kind of bizarre. And New Orleans is at home. That's they normally play a lot better at home behind that crowd that can get very loud in that dome. But let's see. I got 10 of the picks right this week. I got the Packers wrong and the Bills wrong. But those were upsets. Like those are definitely some upsets and they were close. And depending on what happens tonight, I could have 11 wins. I did pick the Ravens. So my mic went out again. I can see it. I can see when it goes out. I fucking hate that. I don't know why it does that. But next week, we will be calling the Thursday night game, which is Atlanta at Carolina. And then we will be calling the Chargers at San Francisco, as well as the Commanders At the Eagles. And the the point spreads get higher with each game as the days go on. Atlanta's favored by 3. San Francisco's favored by 7, and Philadelphia's favored by 10.5. But the game is back, and New Orleans heads to the line of scrimmage. Dalton under center. Kamara is not in. It's a play action. He throws underneath to the tight end, but that's not Jawan Johnson. I think that's Troutman. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was Troutman. Well, that was a positive play. That was an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Now Kamara's back in. It looks like they can run to the left side because the alignment for Baltimore is heavy on the right. They do, but it's a false start. So instead of it being 2nd and 2, it will now be 2nd and 7. It was a false start on Ramchick. Well, they were off to a good start until until that play. But 2nd and 7 is still manageable. Pick up half here, and then on 3rd down, you have manageable. Taysom Hill is in. He's in shotgun, trips formation to the right, or to the left. And he hands it off. It was kind of a weird little misdirection play. He hands off and held up. He's held up in the backfield. He threw the ball at the ref and hit him in the face. But that was a loss of 2 maybe. Or 1. So yeah, it's 3rd and 8 now. They're going backwards. Started off well, going backwards. I think that's Andy Dalton back in shotgun. Kamara's next to him. That might be a foul on neutral zone infraction on Baltimore. Yep, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. We're just going back and forth. That was just in Houston. Now this is more manageable. 3rd and 3, definitely way easier to convert than 3rd and 8. Justin Houston has 7 sacks this season. 5 in the last 3 games. That's impressive. So he's in shotgun again. He throws to Johnson. Jawan Johnson. Yes, I got a catch. But that was only like a 1-yard catch. That was that was a 1-yard catch, so I get 1.1 points. Now I have 192.96. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I just need something. Just give me something from him. Give me a couple extra points. I could probably win this game. And then I'll go 8-1. Be off to my 8-1 start into my Dynasty Football League. So New Orleans punts it away. Duvernay, fair catch at about the 19, 18-yard line. So this game is kind of sloppy. Kind of a sleepy game. Outside of that one drive by Baltimore, nobody really wants to do anything. But you've seen a lot of that on the night games. Especially Thursday. There have been some ugly Thursday games. Monday too, if I remember correctly. Alrighty. So yeah, this game is not crisp football. New Orleans can't do anything. Kamara has 4 rushes for 6 yards. Baltimore's not doing much better on the ground. Drake has 6 for 12. But Lamar does have a couple very nice throws. He has 72 yards compared to 43 for Dalton. So, oh look, they're previewing the Cardinals on Hard Knocks. Can't wait for that. I think that's next. Is that tomorrow or Wednesday, or is that next week? Abby, eat your food. Oh, raspberry tea or raspberry green tea. So refreshing. All right, Lamar is back in the pistol. Ricard in motion to the left. It looks like there's 3 tight ends out there. Let's play action. Lamar with a touch pass, but overthrows likely. He got behind his defender again, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. He just put a little too much air under that one. He was open. So there's 5 seconds left on the play clock. You better hurry. He's in pistol again. Number 3's in motion to the right. This time he hands it off. No, he keeps it. Oh, a pass to number 15. I think that's Robinson. He was open, free on the sideline. Oh no, that's Deshaun Jackson. Wow, that was a good throw. Oh, but there's a flag, and it's an eligible man downfield. Yeah, I was very tricked because I thought it was a handoff. It probably was a run. Oh, it was an RPO, but it was probably like an emphasis with the run, and the lineman just went. Yeah, he went down the field. He expected it to be a run, but Deshaun Jackson did get open, and he caught the ball. That would have been a nice play. Christopher 7070, what's up? He says hi. I like football. Me too. Who do you root for? Are you rooting for the Saints or for Baltimore or someone else? Well, Lamar's under center. I think there's probably 4 tight ends in the in the formation. Lamar dances around, nearly gets sacked, dumps it off to number 28, picks up maybe 5 or 6. Who's going to win? I have Baltimore picked tonight. That's who I have. Who's winning? Baltimore's winning 7-0. It's kind of a oh, I don't know. It's like there's not a lot of action going on. It's kind of sloppy. But Lamar throws it to number 84, another tight end. I'm not sure who that is. That's a pretty good gain, maybe about 20 yards, about 10 yards after the catch. Falls out of bounds. That's Oliver. Yeah, they blitzed him on that play and nobody covered him. What game is that? Was Baltimore versus New Orleans? So Lamar's in the pistol with a flanker to his left. Ricard's in motion. Lamar keeps it to his right. Gets about 7 yards, maybe. That was a lot of misdirection on that play. That was a good block. Good block on the edge, too. Lamar only has 11 rushing yards. That's pretty, that's very low for Lamar, considering that the dude averages like 80 a game. Or near that. But 2nd and 4. Lamar's in shotgun. Hands off. Gain of 1 yard. Tough to run on New Orleans. Very tough. This is going to be 3rd and 3. Are we playing or not? Do you mean Madden? No, we're watching the game. Well, I'm watching the game. Rob will be on soon. No, yeah, if we were playing Madden, I would have the game on the thing. Lamar keeps it, goes to the right, runs up the sideline. That's a huge gain. Now he has 27 yards. That was a 16-yard run. But yeah, there was somebody in here earlier, and we were talking about Madden and 2K. I played Madden 21, the one, not this one, but the one last year, and I didn't like it. And the last time I played was, I think, Madden 25. I don't know if you play. I'm sure you play because that's what you're asking. But how's the new one compared to last year? I don't know. I just didn't like last year. The one last year, it was very different to me. It looked awesome. I just didn't like the way the way it handled. And then there's like all these new things. It's like I just want to play football. Like I don't want to learn all this new shit. And so I didn't really enjoy it. I played maybe like 6 or 7 games, and I beat my friend like all of them except for one. The only one he beat me, he picked the Baltimore, and he was just running the whole time with Lamar Jackson. It was it was that game sucked because I could not stop him. That wasn't fair at all. Like I know what these defenses feel like when they face him. Oh, Lamar with a pass into the end zone, but it's slightly overthrown for Demarcus Robinson. That could have been a touchdown pass. There's 4:19 left in the second quarter. Baltimore seems to be getting rolling on offense. New Orleans still hasn't shown up. Charles Adderley, what's up, man? Good night, watching from Nassau, the Bahamas. Hurricane watching our area. Nicole, go Ravens. Hey, man, be safe out there, dude. It's been a relatively calm hurricane season, although it's still not over. But yeah, there have been some, and there have been some definitely over there. I don't think the U.S. has been hit too hard, but I'm in Houston, and we've been hit a few times in the last few years. But I assume do you live there or are you on vacation? Nassau, isn't that where the pirates? Isn't that the island where the pirates were? That was like their home or something, wasn't it? Back in the day. Like I saw Florida was with Ian, yeah. Yeah, I saw this show called Black Sails. and it was about pirates. That show was cool. I liked that show. Walker Sorensen says, "Let's go Saints." It doesn't look good for the Saints so far. They haven't. They're still asleep. Christopher Columbus, 1492. Yeah, yeah, man. Imagine being born back then, and and then you get the news that, oh, there's like a new continent over there, and there's like new people. There's people that are over there. That must have blown everybody's minds. Would you have gone to the new continent, or would you stay? I'd probably stay. You're a native off the Commonwealth of the Bahamas Paradise. Awesome. That's badass. I've never been there, but I have friends that have visited, like on vacation, and they say it's awesome. I have one friend that goes to the Bahamas like every year.
Good evening.
Good evening. You rang. Walker says staying. But yeah, we've had some chatters in here. We've got somebody in the Bahamas, and he's on a hurricane watch right now. He's
Oh, that sucks.
he's 50 miles off the coast of Florida. But Lamar
I mean,
nearly
great.
gets sacked, and he runs for a first down. That was an excellent run on second down. Now he's up to maybe 40, yeah, 39 yards. But yeah, man, be safe over there. I hope you. Well, he's a native, so he's well aware of what to do. You know, just like us, we're on the coast. We've
Yeah,
experienced hurricanes, and we know what to do.
exactly.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
be
but
be
but
safe.
either way, be safe. Having a hurricane party. Yeah. Dude, during Harvey, I had a bunch of friends that went out during Harvey. Like right before I got here, they went to a party, and then like the whole city flooded. And then dude, they spent like 13 hours trying to get home because the whole city was underwater. They were like sharing their experiences on Snapchat. Dude, I was just laughing. I was like, "Man, y'all are stupid."
They were snapping that back and forth.
Well, I mean, what else? They had nothing to do. They were just like walking in the water. Like, so they're like,
That,
look where I am. Like, dude, both of their cars like were underwater, like they were totaled.
oh man,
Yeah, like I was like, because they asked me, "Are you going to the party?" And I said, "No." Like, are you retarded? No, I'm not going. There's a
no,
hurricane coming.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the second floor up here. But Lamar with a pass to number 17, that's a first down. It's gonna be first and goal with 2:41 to go.
ah, that was a pass to Drake.
Drake is 17. It's so hard keeping track of all these numbers, but yeah, man, Charles, be safe and hopefully your power doesn't go out or anything, and you can chill out with us. He's a Ravens fan. I picked the Ravens to win, so I'm technically a Ravens fan tonight.
As did I.
And so pistol formation. Lamar hands it off to Drake up the middle. Nobody touches him for a touchdown. It's 13-0 pending the extra point. And there's a Raven fan dancing in front of the Saints fan. That was hilarious. He was like smiling and dancing in front of him, and the dude was just like, He didn't want none of that.
I'm not amused by you, sir.
And then he just patted him. He was like, all right, I'll stop. But yeah, New
Dang.
Orleans is struggling on offense big time. That's actually good for me, man. Because like I said, I'm playing against Olave and Kamara. And Jawan caught a ball for 1 yard. So I have 1.1.
Hell yeah.
I know, right? I was like, yes.
It's any little bit, just keep the spread.
Yeah, what if I win by point one? That's it right there. Charles says absolutely 100. I'm actually a Miami Dolphins fan from 1972, the undefeated season. Damn. That must I mean, that's
That
that's one of the
that
all-time
was cool.
seasons right there. Yeah, they pop champagne every year. Although they haven't yet until the Eagles lose.
Yeah, the Eagles got to lose, but they'll lose to some rando team, like it always seems to happen.
For a minute there, I thought it was going to be the Texans, but then I was like, wait, it's the Texans.
Well, Davis Mills really wanted the Texans, but alas,
Well, he's the one that gave them the win. He just like in the fourth quarter, he was just like, whatever, here, take it. We need
yeah,
that. We need that first pick, like here.
yeah. I know people got money on me. Let me throw this out there.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, Tua has had two back-to-back really strong games. So I might actually be changing my mind about him. Like I don't think he's a terrible quarterback. I just think in fantasy, at least before these last two games, all his production came in that one game where he threw 6 touchdowns.
And it's crazy to watch a left-handed dude throw the ball.
It just looks weird, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Um, but he's put back-to-back 30-point games, like
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
fantasy points. So yeah, he's you know he's doing pretty good now, and he'll have to keep it up, obviously. And the same could be said about Justin Fields because that game that what was that game we were watching? Oh, it was against the Commanders. Ever since then, he's thrown 6 touchdowns, 1 interception in the 3 games since that game. And his point
Yeah, that's
totals are 21.36, 26.04, and 46.72. So he actually like now that
turned
you
around.
actually unlocked him, because it's like, oh, we have an athletic. Like I said it, dude. I was literally saying it during that Redskins game. You have an athletic quarterback that can run, that can literally do what Lamar does, and you're not
Why?
you're
Why?
not doing it.
Yeah, why cuff a dude like that? Let him eat.
Exactly. And then that very next game they started letting him do that. And look what's happening. Now he's a QB1. So dude, I was like pretty worried about my quarterback 2 situation in the dynasty league. Cuz I traded away Dak and I was like, shit, I'm going to have to get a couple rookies in the rookie draft. And but I don't know, man, with Fields playing the way he's playing, like if he keeps developing like as a like okay, we all know that okay, they unlocked him on running wise. Now they just need to unlock him passing wise. And if he can improve just ever so slightly in the passing game, maybe get to like 220 yards per game. Cuz he threw 3 touchdown passes on Sunday.
Oh, that was insane. That was a shootout. Like
Yeah.
nobody saw it coming. But you know what? Cool. I mean,
Yeah. For fantasy, hell yeah, that's what you want. But Walker says Washington Commanders at Philadelphia Eagles next Monday. Yeah, man, we'll be streaming that.
that's going to be a good one.
I think so too,
That could
man.
be
Taylor
that could be that.
Heineke's sneaky good.
Well, that could be that rando team that goes ahead and gets them.
Well, it is a
But
divisional game, so yeah, you're right. You never know what could happen on that one. But Kamara takes a run for maybe 10 yards. That boosts his numbers right there. Now he's rushing 5 for 15. Not great. 3 yards per carry.
oh, that's well below his average. So you're
Yeah.
still you're still living on the right side of the prayer for sure.
Yeah. Dalton quarterback sneaks for the first down. But the clock is ticking. They have 3 timeouts. I think they decided to use one, or maybe it's an injury timeout. I'm not sure. But there's 121 left in this second half. 14-0 lead for Baltimore. It seems like Baltimore's been, just steadily cruising, and New Orleans hasn't even shown up to play. How are the kids? Are they better or no?
No, man, it's
It's
they're
worse.
better, but no, it's getting better, but it's still a fight because when a 2-year-old's sick, it's just there's no getting them to do anything. You got to like getting them to take Tylenol is quite fun. Let's put it that way.
Really?
Oh yeah, because you used to take it no problem, but now you got to like one of us has to hold him, the other one has to kind of like
Oh,
gently hold his chin up, because otherwise he'll just and put it straight back out on his chest. Like, come on, man.
so it's like doing anything for the dog or the cat. It's like they're the same way. It's
Yeah,
like super hard dealing with yeah, they sometimes they just don't want to eat it. Like, here, this is
yeah,
medicine, eat it.
just, just want to fight you to fight you.
Yeah.
No,
Walker with crying emojis. Let's go Saints, and he has a prayer hands emoji. He's
it's
he wants to
only
win.
down by 14. Only down by 14.
Yeah, it's still
But
there's still an entire half to go. But do you have money on the game, Walker, or are you a Saints fan also, or is that just who you're picking? But yeah, man, I hope they're better soon. Well, what about your wife? Is she still sick too? Everybody's still sick,
yeah, except me.
and you still
Except
haven't
me.
had any symptoms?
Nope.
Wow. Well, it incubates for a while.
Yeah,
So
I'm interested to see. Like I said, I've been eating the vitamin C we got on the medicine shelf, and just trying to stay hydrated and drink some OJ here and there, just to you know, once again, just anything I can do.
yeah,
But it's inevitable. If I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna get sick.
true. Although
As,
sometimes you like some people avoid it completely. Like, even though they don't get a flu shot. Like, for some people, they will be like the carrier that spreads it, and so they won't have any symptoms. So you might have the virus, but you won't feel any symptoms. That's the same with COVID. Like, remember, there was people that had COVID with no
yeah, never
symptoms,
knew it.
but they were just, yeah, spreading it. Not because, but they just didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? Like, you could even say that the vaccine made it. I mean, it makes it better for you, but it's almost dangerous in a way that it's like, oh well, I'm vaccinated, so I don't need to get tested anymore. And so people are just walking around vaccinated, and they might even have it, you know?
Yeah, right.
So
Oh, that's happened. I mean, I we were all me and the wife were vaccinated, and both of us got it a couple months ago. Luckily, it was the not as crazy strain as it was in the beginning. So
yeah.
it was just a matter of taking a couple of days, resting. Not much else you can do.
And it was like the flu, or what was it?
It was crazy, dude. I felt like I ran like I did like a two a day. Like my lower body was sore as crap,
Really?
and I had the worst headache of my life.
Oh,
And
but
then the
but
next,
but no coughing or anything like that?
nope,
Really? That's damn, that's crazy. So you were
right?
physically ill instead of
Yes,
like cold symptoms. Wow.
yeah. It was like did like my body felt like come nah, just sit down, dude. You're not in the mood.
Shit.
Like even though my mind is spinning, like come on, let's get up and do it, but body was like, nope, shut me down.
Yeah, well, you're lucky you didn't get the dangerous one, man.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm lucky because I work on cars for a living. It's like kind of baffles me a little, like how it never happened.
Yeah, yeah, you never
But
know.
I mean,
The virus
I guess,
could be on the wheel or something, when you get in
oh yeah,
there or something.
exactly. Or on the shifter, or you name it. Anywhere. I mean,
Right.
a car, you spend as much time in your car as you do in your house on if you work
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, or like the car's outside and someone passing by like sneezes and then there it is on the hood or something, and you touch the hood and then you touch your face or something. You know what I mean? Like something so simple like that also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But New
Yeah,
Orleans
I
looks like
would.
they're driving on this possession. They're trying to get a field goal at least, but there's not much time left. And where are they? Oh yeah, they're getting close to the red zone. There's only 25 seconds left with 0 timeouts. So if you're gonna throw it into the middle of the field, you got to be ready to run up and spike it.
Yeah, I'd be shooting for some sidelines here. At least try to make it easy. Even though you're in the dome, you still want to make it easier on your kicker.
Yeah. So Dalton does throw to the sideline. That's Olave with probably a 15-yard catch. That sucks for me. Now he has 2 for 31. I still have a comfortable lead,
Yeah.
but the more he catches, then the more I'm gonna start to get nervous. And up until
No,
now, it's been okay.
no end zone.
Yeah, no end zone. Well, if it's gonna go to someone, give it to Jawan Johnson, because I'm
Exactly.
starting him. And he is out there. He's on the very top of the left side in the trips formation. Dalton's in shotgun, flanked by Kamara, and he throws it to Olave. No, that's not Olave, but it was too high for Callaway. Callahan Auto Parts. I was like Callahan. That should have been a touchdown right there. Dalton just overthrew
Yeah,
him, and it hit his hand. He should have caught that. And he was wide open, man. I think that was
yeah,
the
he was.
rookie covering him, Hamilton. And Dalton goes, ugh! The Cooper Rush lookalike, the clone. Like it's just one dude that just keeps traveling everywhere, playing in all these games.
Yeah, they are the same person. They just have different names.
Oh, that I think that was a pass to Olave, but it was a good defensive play by Humphrey. So it's now
Yes, it
third and
was.
10, 11 seconds left. You've got one more shot into the end zone, and then you got to kick that field goal.
Yeah, you don't get much better defense than that.
Yeah, that was good. That was very good. They both had their hands on each other, and he was looking at the ball, so that's a good no call.
Yep.
And because he didn't catch it, you get to celebrate and say incomplete or gesture incomplete. But here we go. I can't tell if Jawan's out there. I think he is on the bottom. Oh, he throws again to Olave, but this one was way out of his reach. It's going to be a field goal with 5 seconds left. Assuming Lutz can kick this one through, it'll be 14-3. And Andy Dalton is pissed at himself.
Yes, he is.
He's like, I could do better. He looked as red as a tomato.
Yeah, you don't want to stick him and Jason Garrett beside each other.
Yeah. Yeah. let's kicks it through, but there's probably gonna be a second left unless they just let the time run down. They do. It's halftime. 14-3 lead. Walker, sorry Walker, you're losing by 11, but there's still an entire half to go. You still have a chance. It's not out of reach. But I am winning 192.96 to 167.84. So if Olave and Kamara get a touchdown each, that would be 179.84. And I would still have like a 13-point lead. But then all the yardage, let's say that's 70 yards. That's another 7 points. I would like maybe I'm only gonna win by like 6, 7. I don't care how many I win by. I just want to win. But it's gonna be interesting. Very interesting. And yeah, Junzi beat me in the money league, but he hasn't said anything.
Being silent, the silent victor.
Well, I sent him a picture of the Astros parade, and he's a Rangers fan, so he's all like salty.
Oh. Ah,
So that's probably why he
you
didn't respond. He's like, I don't want to talk about baseball and your team winning.
you got to have a little state pride there. I mean, I get it if you're more of a Rangers fan, that's fine. But brought the World Series back home to Texas.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. Chris Berman. Yeah, and Josh Allen has an elbow injury. I don't know if you heard about that.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Josh Allen has an elbow injury.
Oh no,
Yeah, they're talking about it right now on this little
did that
well
happen?
Sunday. Yeah.
That might explain a few things. Well, he did get jacked in the arm
Yep.
there towards the end, and that could have been it right there.
That's exactly what it was probably. Yeah. Because his arm kind of got bent like backward kind of, and yeah, and I lost in hockey by like 8. So it's funny, like when I lose in hockey, I barely lose, and when I win by like 100.
There is no gray area.
Dude, I did have a lot of injuries, and I did mess up with who I added. Like I absolutely picked the wrong people. Hockey's very hard, man, because it's like they're very streaky. Like if you're not like a superstar, if you're not the best in the league, like you're gonna be hot and cold all year. Like you'll have a 1 week stretch of like 7 points, 5 points, and then the next week you'll have zero, or for 2 weeks you'll have zero, and it's really hard to predict. There's so many of them that play. It's crazy, really.
Yeah, it's hockey's a different beast too because of the different line changes. So your player could be in and out,
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
multiple times.
There's four
Yeah,
lines. Yeah, there's 4 lines, but you know that bottom line doesn't play a lot. They're under 10 minutes, and the top line probably plays like 20, and then defenders play more than like the forwards. Some defenders can go up to like 24, 25 minutes, and but you know there's also 3 lines of defenders, and then there's like sometimes 2, 3 goalies, and it's like Jesus. And then uh there's the first power play unit, then there's the second power play unit, then there's the first penalty kill unit, then there's the second penalty kill. You're like it's like there's a lot to look at, and obviously if you have a guy that isn't in the power play or you know what I mean, it's like if you have a guy that's in the penalty kill, you have chances that they're going to lose points in the
yep,
plus and minus because they're defending the whole time. But if you have guys in the power play, well, then you have more chances to get assists and goals. But I'm 3-1, and I'm still in first because I have the points tiebreaker. So not
that's
the end
still
of the
pretty. I was gonna say,
yeah, it's not the end of the world.
still pretty dang on stout.
But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people at 3-1.
Oh, so that's a tight one.
Yeah, there's 6 at 3-1. There's 1, 2-2. There's 4, 1-3, and there's 1 at 0-4. It's a 12-man league.
Man, sorry for the 0-4 guy.
Dude, yeah. He's the guy that I beat in the dynasty football.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He's having a bad little stretch.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Oh, Uncle Frank.
Yeah. I
What's he
called
gonna
it.
do?
I called it too. I was like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you did. I just am not sure. Jeff Saturday as the interim head coach. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense.
Like, why are you pulling an ex player who I think
Cause,
didn't Jeff
cause of,
Saturday
cause of nepotism. He knows the guy, so he's like, I'm gonna pick the guy I know that has no qualifications.
whatsoever? He
Yeah.
was he was the center for Peyton Manning. Good enough.
Well, the only thing he's coached is high school, and I don't even think he was the head coach in high school. So like, I don't know what he expects. He has two former head coaches on the staff that he could have picked to be the interim.
But he goes that way.
Yeah, but he went Jeff Saturday.
Huh.
So
Saturday,
hey,
Saturday,
good luck to
Saturday,
him.
Saturday.
But I think, yeah, I think it's like, let's get a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, so we can get a better draft pick, so we can take one of the quarterbacks. Because Ellinger and Ryan and Foles and all these other motherfuckers that they have, Wentz, like all these quarterbacks that they've had since Luck, none of them do a damn thing. And so they have a good team, they just don't have a quarterback. So I think they
Yeah,
like, let's promote a guy, or not promote, let's literally hire a guy that doesn't know what he's. It's like the Texans with David Culley. Like this, except Culley was an actual coach. That's the
and
difference.
likable.
Yeah, true. Yeah, everybody. Well, I mean, everybody likes Saturday, but
Yeah, that's true. I guess that doesn't apply right there. He will kind of be like I guess he would be like a Cully in that instance.
yeah, instead of being your grandpa, he's gonna be like your older brother.
Right, or your your cousin from across town
Yeah,
that you
but
that you
either way, it's the same thing. It's like he's there to be a player's coach. You know, maybe because he'll have a better time than like an old white guy. You know what I mean? Like, not that some of them aren't cool, but like he's a lot younger than Frank Reich, who, I mean, let's be honest, like he's not like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they like him, but is he cool? Like, nah. Saturday strikes me as a cooler guy than like Reich or these other people. So I could see what they're doing, and you know, I think it's all in an attempt to just get more losses and get a better draft pick and get a quarterback.
in a in a nonchalant way.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause dude, like, remember we went through the list of how many teams needed a quarterback? There's tons, tons.
Yeah, they're all everybody's gonna be infighting for it too.
Yep. So it's
And
like,
I think
so it's like, dude, think about the Texans. Like, what if they end up with the first pick? I think they would trade the pick to somebody that wants Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, whichever one goes first, or
yeah, and then
Levis if they want him,
and get more.
and exactly
Get
get more picks, possibly players. And I keep saying it, Casario, he knows what he's doing when it comes to drafting. He's had excellent drafts. So the more picks, the better. And dude, honestly, just go with Mills again in 2023. Fuck, you have two more first round picks because of the Watson trade in 2023 also.
right.
So it's like you could add so many picks for the future. Possibly start competing in 2024, and then you'll still have more picks if you do trade down. And then you don't even have to trade down that far, right? Like trade down with the team that's like 10, 12, and then you'll still have that Cleveland pick. You'll still have two,
Yep.
but you'll acquire like probably a first, a second, and then maybe another first and a second, or possibly even three firsts. Who the hell knows what it would be?
Which
Not
is
to mention Brandon Cooks wants to be traded, so he might go in the offseason for something. Like there's a lot of shit that they can do. And that's why I keep saying, like, just fucking lose. Like just lose, man. Like, why are you trying to win? Well, at least in the first three quarters, they look like they're trying to win.
for the pride of it.
Yeah, true. I mean, nobody wants to deliberately lose, but you do have a plan, and the more you win, the worse that plan will be.
Yeah, the naive fans are the only ones that don't realize that's what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, the ones exactly like you said, like the prideful ones that just want the win and they don't care. It's like, but the more you win, the worse your draft pick is. Like you just like, dude, like let's like what if they start like this? And it's not gonna happen. Well, what if they have like 6 wins in a row, 7 wins in a row, and in this division, maybe that's you know, maybe that puts you at
Good
the
enough.
top.
Yeah,
And so it's like, okay, what are they gonna do against the Chiefs or the Bills, or the Bengals, or even the fucking Ravens who aren't really that good, or the fucking Chargers. You know what I mean? Like, what are they really gonna do against them if they somehow rattle off some wins? Nothing. So just take the losses, get your draft picks. If you're not sold on one of these quarterbacks this year, trade the pick to someone that wants them, or take the fucking best pass rusher. You know what I mean? Keep building, and then take a
yeah.
quarterback in 2023. Or get one in free agency, dude. Like nowadays, guys are hopping off teams left and right. They feel disrespected. I want to be traded.
Oh yeah, it takes next to nothing for that to happen too.
Dude, for real. Like everybody's so disgruntled nowadays. Like it's like that's it.
It's like if you're told by the coach you can't Facebook Live in the locker room. Like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Can't be myself. Can't be myself here. And everybody's like, oh, why would you pick on Antonio Brown for something so simple? But then as time went on, you're like, oh wait, never mind. We get it now.
Yeah.
It's
Did
like the helmet thing, and it was Oakland still then when he made that training camp appearance, and that was about it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Did you hear that um Mike McCarthy was talking about Odell Beckham?
Yeah, apparently they're in the Odell race
Yep.
as well.
Yeah. And
So I
and
guess
he's always wanted to be a Cowboy too, because he knows Jerry pays people. So, dude,
that I could believe. We'll see what happens this week.
yeah.
I just saw I just saw a graphic that Jones luckily is still on pace to possibly play against the Cowboys. So that's a big help for the pack.
Oh, Aaron
Definitely need.
Jones?
Yes.
Oh shit, I thought something happened to his foot.
It
It's not
came back
serious.
negative, and I guess it came back negative. So I guess if
Well, that just means he
he,
didn't break his foot. That doesn't mean there isn't any damage to anything else. Like he could
no,
have a
absolutely. I
sprain. But oh shit, the game started.
yeah, that was quick.
That was quick as hell.
Halftime is no time
Oh
anymore.
my god. There's barely enough time to take a dump and like take the dog out. Like holy crap.
Yeah,
But
and let alone your dog take a dump as well.
yeah, true. And dude, my dog is like one of those dogs that like she has to go around like 3 times and then it's like, okay, I need to make sure I have the right spot.
She's a lady.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa,
exactly.
whoa, whoa. She's a lady.
But okay, so Drake with a nice run, practically to the 50-yard line. That's a first down. 14-15
I
to
know.
go.
I'm sad. I wish I could actually be rooting for him to pull me back over for another amazing win, but alas, I'm way too far behind this week. I think that when he got the touchdown, that put me at 176.
And how much are you down by?
Well, he's at 230,
Oh shit.
two, yeah, 230 or 235, something like that. Yeah, and like I
Yeah.
said, way too far gone. Mixon got 55 for
It
him, so I mean,
it's
he
it's
he
yeah.
kind of he kind of deserves to win this week.
Sometimes that happens, man.
Yes, it does.
And there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is just watch it. But that was another run to Drake. I think that was like a 4-yard game, but it's going to be a flag on I don't know who. Holding. So that play doesn't count. They're going to back it up 10 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for Baltimore.
That's a rough sell for a running team, but Lamar has a way to find his way out of these.
Yeah, he could always just run it.
Yeah, at times he can run for 40 yards. No problem.
Yeah, he has 39 yards so far. A lot of that came in the final drive of the first half. But he's in the pistol again. I can't tell if that's Drake. The pocket collapses and he throws underneath to Hill. That was a good little gain. Got a lot of that back. But it's probably 2nd
Um,
and 12.
yeah, probably just about half of that back. It was a good little run after catch.
2nd and 11. Good little dump off. See, some other quarterbacks would try to go deep, try to pick it all up.
Man, the Saints just went for Lamar's legs.
Yeah, that was roughing
Oh,
the
they're gonna get.
passer. Yeah, that was roughing the passer. So that's an extra 15 yards. He did go low.
He did. It once that replay finally showed, I was like, "Ooh, I can't believe there's no flag on this." But it
Yeah.
all happened in succession, it seems. All right.
So they are at the 42 in enemy territory. Pistol formation again. Looks like there's 3 tight ends on the field. And it's a run to Hill again. That was probably 8 yards. I mean, if you put 3 tight ends in there, it's most likely a run. Unless you're doing play action to fool everyone. But look at all those pulling linemen. Oh my god, that's a scary sight. Like imagine you're the
Yeah.
linebacker and those 320
No,
pound dudes come at you.
no, thank you.
I know, right? It's like, oh god.
I
But
suddenly have questioned my profession.
yeah. But Hill is in the game. It's a pistol formation with a guy next to him. I think that's Ricard. Oh, no, this is a keeper. Lamar runs to the right, splits a couple defenders, probably for about 6 yards. It's a first down. Man,
Solid.
Lamar's gonna have to really carry this team because Bateman's out for the year. Um, Dobbins is out tonight, as well as Andrews, which is why. Oh, you disconnected. You're back.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, there's a lot of
It
guys
did
missing
something
and
fun.
injured, and he's really gonna have to be Superman this year if they want to do anything. And his stats are great, and they're 5-3. That's not terrible. That's you're right in
For the
the
AFC, I
mix.
feel like they're definitely right there, ready to compete.
Yeah, you're in the mix at 5-3. That's for sure. And with 7 teams making the playoffs now in each conference, it's like, yeah, Baltimore will most likely be one of them. But that was a dump off to Ricard for 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6.
Have we had an Isaiah Likely sighting yet?
Yeah, we do. Um, he has one. Or wait, what happened here? Oh shit. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, he has one catch for 24 yards.
Huh.
But it's a touchdown. So um yeah, he's off to a decent start for the first half. But Lamar keeps it again. That's a minimal game though. I don't know how many he picked up. Maybe 4. 3rd and 1 inside the red zone. It's a keeper by Lamar and he picks up a couple yards. That's a first down. And Drake and a defender go into some extracurricular activities
Yeah,
there.
getting chippy.
Getting chippy, yeah. It's like, don't push me. You don't push me. We only play in a sport where we push each other. I don't care. No, I'm gonna push you last. No, like
I
it's
don't like
like,
being pushed. You know I don't like being pushed.
yeah. I like to be the one pushing.
Or or it's I don't like you talking. Look, don't you look at me.
But I
I don't
wonder,
care if
I
you
wonder where Justin Fields will finish in the rushing yards department. Because he set the record for a game on Sunday, 174, I think. That's crazy, dude. That's
that is
17
great.
points right there, just the rushing yards.
Man, you know he was gassed after that one.
Oh yeah, probably sat in the cold
You
tub.
couldn't say he left it all on the field.
Yeah. Well, Lamar dances in the pocket as it collapsed, and he threw to 84. I'm not sure who that is. It was an errant throw, incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. There's 9:14 left in the third. Even if even if Baltimore scores on this drive, there's still plenty of time for New Orleans. They just gotta
Yeah,
they gotta turn it on though, because they haven't been playing. They're still asleep.
yeah. New Orleans wants to limit this to a field goal if they can.
Definitely.
Keep this keep this just 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. The play clock's ticking down. 5 seconds left. Man in motion. That was likely. He gives it to Drake for 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Yeah. So there's really no implications with Baltimore in my game. So the the
Yeah,
the longer they keep it, the better for me because that means Kamara and Olave can't score.
yeah. Just keep grinding it on the ground, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
their thing anyway.
Exactly. Drake and shotgun to the left. But Lamar is pressured in the pocket and throws it behind number 10. I think that's Deshaun Jackson. That's incomplete. So it's going to be a field goal attempt. And
Who was that
Tucker,
number 56 on the Saints?
yeah, that guy came
Was like
charging
done.
in.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man. And then Lamar like laid down for some reason. But Tucker 91% in his career field goal attempts. That's best in NFL history. That's crazy.
He's also a good tenor.
Remember
I don't
that
know if
that
I
scene
know.
in Salt Lake City Punk when they're like, "Fuck you, fuck
You,
you."
you just brought back memories.
Of
What a
Bob.
great movie.
Bob used to say that all the time.
Is that where he stole the name
Yeah,
Bob?
I'm pretty sure that's where he stole it from. Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, because all Bob used to do is drink beers. I remember that.
Nah, he smoked. Pretty sure. I don't really remember a lot from back in the day.
No, I think from that, like, all Bob would do is just drink it. Like, they would be doing all kinds of shit, and he just drank a bunch of beers. And the story went like he took sleeping pills to try to go to sleep, and
Oh, you're talking about the movie?
that's what killed him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In
Yeah,
the plot of the movie,
yeah.
it's been so long since I've thought about that movie.
It was on HBO Max like a few months ago, and I saw
Oh
it.
wow.
Yeah, I saw it. I was looking for something, and it just showed. And they also had House of a Thousand Corpses, and I saw those two on the same day.
Also a great movie. Even though at first you're like, oh, he ripped it off, but then you realize, like, no, he's paying homage in only the way he can.
I liked how raw it was. Like that was his first movie.
Yeah,
So it was very like amateurish in a way, and I don't know. I kind of liked that about it. Like like the acting
that
wasn't great. Like it wasn't nothing was great, but it was good. It was just good enough. And for
I
a
always
debut, I thought it was pretty good for a debut.
I always felt like it was the perfect setup, so that you already knew the characters and he could just do Devil's Rejects,
Yeah, they
and
had
then you'll
that
just
one
love
too, but I didn't watch that one.
it.
I think
Yeah,
they already left by the time I went to watch it again. Um,
it'll be back around somewhere else.
yeah, it's probably on Netflix or something now. They just keep like, yeah, going to different sites. But I don't have Netflix anymore. I got rid of everything.
Netflix is expensive. It used to be so cheap.
Yeah. Well, dude, they have so many fucking shows. Like they,
Was the comedy too? Everybody really loves the comedy specials
I mean, yeah,
because
but
that's
like
where
they produce so much shit. It's like, well, we need to pay for all this, so it's like, yeah, we're hiking up the price. Like, why don't you just eliminate like 20% of the garbage you make, and then you don't
yeah,
have to charge us all this money?
nah, they want you to they want you to digest the garbage too.
Yeah. Although they do have some pretty cool zombie shows on there, like Black Summer. I like that one. And then
Yeah,
there.
I like the mini docs, stuff like that on. They do a really good job
Oh
on that.
yeah, they had some good serial killer documentaries on there.
Yes,
Those were
absolutely.
those were really good.
Yeah, everybody got all upset about the Milwaukee man. What was his name? Mr. Dahmer,
Oh yeah.
because apparently they did too good of a job making that one. Like, because apparently I didn't see it, at least not around here. I guess people were dressing up as Jeffrey for Halloween that year. I never saw anybody dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer here. Kind of twisted. Also, like dressing up like what's his name, John Wayne Gacy.
Oh yeah. Well, Dalton completed a pass to Olave, and he hands off to Kamara, and that was a nice gain up the middle. Damn. Now they're gonna start scoring on me. That's a first down. I
They're trying
mean,
to conspire.
they had they had they had gaping holes. Like the defensive line was so wide. Like there was a guy over the center and then two guys over the tackles and nobody near the guards. Like I mean, if you leave guys like that, see now it's a little more crowded on the line on this play. It's shotgun. Kamara's not in there. Dalton throws downfield. I think that's to Olave again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
No.
He's gone. He is hitting his number.
Well, I mean, who else does he have to throw to? So I think he has 4 for 51 now. Kamara has 25 yards rushing, 2 catches, 13 yards. So seems like they're starting to wake up. And where's Jawan Johnson? Nobody knows. Oh, there's Troutman. So I guess Troutman's ahead of him on the depth chart. Should have added Troutman. All right, shotgun again. Oh, that's Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill on
Oh,
on the
sneak.
RPO option, and he picks up about 6.
That was sneaky.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell.
I didn't. Well, until he started going for the run, you were
Yeah,
like, oh,
I was like, wait a second, that's Taysom
that is
Hill.
not that is not the red-headed rifle. Still
So
useful. I mean, he's their Swiss Army knife.
yeah, he can do everything, but they primarily use him as a runner. So Dalton's back in. I think that's Jawan Johnson in there. Oh, Johnson's open, but Dalton gets sacked and he fumbles. I think the Ravens pick it up. And the refs are trying to figure out what happened. They don't even know. They're like,
No, they don't know.
what happened? Oh.
Start standing around a group like that, it's a little scary. Uh,
Oh, they might say he's down. Because he did have the ball in his hand. And he doesn't let
he,
go until,
he was he was clutching that thing like a taco, bro.
they're gonna rule that down. Because when his back hits, he still has the ball. And then, like, his head hits, and then, like, the ball comes out.
Yeah,
But the
I
entire time he gripped it, like you said, like, yeah, he was gripping it. He hits the ground, and then it comes out. So that's down by contact.
good call.
Good call, yeah. It's good for me because I'm playing against Baltimore's defense, so that would have been two. That would have been 3 points right there.
Oh yeah, crazy how you have to root and not root.
Yeah, yeah. And the crazier
Like
thing
I
is,
want
like, when
you.
you're in multiple leagues, and then, like, you have one, and then you're playing against another one in the other one. You know what I mean? That's the worst thing in the world.
Because you're like, yes, no,
Yeah.
shit.
It's like, okay, I need this guy to score just enough, but not too much, because I don't want him to score against me. But I still need like 15. It's just funny when you're in multiple leagues like that. But dude, imagine like the people that are in like 10 leagues. Like at that point,
I
it's just
would,
like why are you even looking? Like just wait until the next day to see the score. Like
yeah, for real.
I
It
mean,
needs too much emotion,
yeah,
or or unless you're just one of those that's emotionless and you're just able to like punch it in and set it and forget it.
true. I like to track
Um,
it.
that,
So like when I'm watching Red Zone, I have like the laptop open with with the page, and then I'll like leave it on, and then like it updates. Like if you look at the matchup, it updates automatically. And
yeah,
then
oh, I sit and watch the matchup on my phone all day long.
yeah, yeah. Like when I'm watching the Texans, I have it open, but I don't really pay attention too much. Like during commercials, I switch it to red zone, and then okay, yeah, I'll look if I'm not getting a beer, taking a leak or something.
Yeah,
But
if I'm watching the pack, I'll turn it off because I'm watching
yeah,
two or three of the players as I. So what's the point in looking? Because I can just look there and be like, okay, I'm doing great,
yeah, exactly.
or or shit, Rogers threw another goddamn interception.
who
To
who do y'all
to
play
Hutch,
next?
we have the Cowboys
Oh shit!
in Lambeau and Mister
But you know what?
Mojo
Rogers is a
probably
cowboy
ready to.
killer. Like he always destroys the Cowboys. Always. So I don't
Well,
know.
and I
You guys might have a chance, maybe, just because
no
you always beat them.
no Romeo no Romeo Dobbs. So if anybody has him on their fantasy team, go ahead and IR him or move on because
Who y'all
he's
gonna
out
throw
for.
to?
Well, we got Lazard back, but
Oh,
he's him and Tunyon and
is
I
Watkins
guess
back?
yeah, but dude, it seems like I was just so weird the relationship. Like he'll be open and Rogers doesn't hit him. I'm like, wait, why did we get him if you're not going to hit him?
Walker says the Munsters on Netflix. Really? Damn.
Uh, Rob Zombie's monsters.
Oh, Dalton threw it again to Olave. Oh my god. Now he's 5 for 60. Jesus. But yeah, I wanted to watch that one. So now it's 192.96 to 176.34.
Oh
Jesus.
man,
He's slowly catching up. But this third quarter is dwindling. It's 4:40 left. First and 10 at the 32. They give it to Kamara
yeah,
for a gain of 6.
this is a decent little drive. New Orleans needed this.
Yeah. And the thing is, if Baltimore takes it away, he gains points also. It's like, oh shit. Like what they need is a punt. That's what they need. Oh, look, now we got another bot. We hadn't had a bot in here for a while. Goodbye, bitch. The fuck out of here.
Find love in the best game sites.
Yeah, come find love on the Los and Rob show.
Yeah, that's all. Sorry, bot. I don't think anybody's coming in here looking for that.
So Dalton
Unless,
completes a pass over the middle, but that's not to Olave. Thank God. That's Callahan. Oh no, that's I don't know who that is. I can't see it with his hair.
yeah, that's the shit thing when they have long hair. It's like, who are you?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck
Unless
you are. I guess you don't want anybody to know who you are either. So they're inside the red zone. Kamara's in there. Dalton runs to the right, scrambles, picks up about 3. Second down. Second and 7.
look, he looks over at Lamar and does a little bit of this, like I can do it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I can run too. Just not as fast and far.
yeah, and with impressive ankle breaking skills.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have to be fast to do that. Because look at Mahomes, what he did last night. Like, he was breaking ankles left and right. And he doesn't
Oh
look
yeah,
fast at all.
even backed one into the end zone. That's how
Yeah.
you know.
So trips to the
One,
right. Taysom Hill's in. He hands it off to the running back. Gets about 3. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna do. I guess because it's like, oh, Taysom Hill's in there. He's gonna keep it. Well, let's hand it off.
did you freeze?
Did I freeze?
No, you did for a second. Now you're back.
Oh. So Olave's in there, of course. He flanks out to the right. No, now he comes in motion to the left, trips to the left. Kamara's flanking Dalton in the shotgun. Kamara with a good block, but the guy on the other side sacks Dalton. But the guy gets a point for that. But it's 4th down.
No touchdown.
No touchdown unless they try to go for it. But yeah, at this point, take the points. Take the field goal.
Ooh,
What?
might have had a missed face mask there on Dalton.
Oh yeah. Well, he hit his head, but I don't think he did anything to it. But Walker says The Munsters on Netflix is a very good movie. Dude, it looked so good. Yeah, I want to watch it. Lutz with some English on that ball, but it's in between the uprights. So 17-6 with 125 to go. Hey Walker, you got points on the board. You're inching closer as the
Yeah,
game
man.
progresses. You might get it. Maybe.
You just have to find a way to get your touchdowns without involving
Yeah.
Olave or Kamara.
Yeah. Throw it to Jawan.
Yeah, he needs attention. And you guys can give it to
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
him.
But let's see. So Dalton is 13 for 19, 118 yards. Lamar's 12 for 20, 133 yards with a touchdown. But Lamar also has 52 rushing yards. And the running seems to be a little bit better. Drake is 10 for 35. Kamara is 7 for 31. Not a lot of runs, but you can't just avoid it completely.
Yeah. Yeah, both running base teams, even if it's not going that way for them, they're still going to hit up.
Yeah. But it is hard to run on these teams. They're pretty decent defenses. They might not be elite like they used to be, but they're still pretty damn good.
Let's see here. Let's see. Taysom Hill's 1 for 1 for 13 yards.
Yeah.
So He has thrown the ball once.
Yep, and carried the ball once.
Yep,
So
for 6.
he's just handing the ball off like nonstop. That's the funny thing is like you have a guy that's like a weapon, but what do you do with him? Like it's like what like I don't know. I don't understand. Like, oh, let's just put him in to hand the ball off nonstop. And then every now
Well,
and
it's
then he'll
harder.
run it or throw it. And it's like, what's the point? Just keep Dalton in there.
It is weird not seeing Mr. Payton on the sideline.
Oh, Sean
That
Payton.
I feel like, yeah.
You know, he's going to be a guest on Peyton and Eli in this
Oh,
game.
that's probably going to be hilarious.
Yeah. But where do you think he coaches
Yeah,
next year?
man. If Fox had it their way, they'd keep him calling in the broadcast booth or in the highlight room. But dude, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't go and pick up on a good opportunity. I mean,
Like, you think he'd go to the
if you think,
Colts?
yeah, I was about to say, dude, like that would be a good fit, and he could probably take what they already have, do something smart as far as like, if they don't get a guy, coach up what they have at quarterback and be like, look, whatever you were doing before, throw it out the damn window.
What about
Listen to me.
Carolina? So,
Carolina's another good. Carolina's another good opportunity for him. Even though they've kind of cleaned house, they don't have a lot of the big playmakers anymore.
you know, I,
They're
I
still not for the bad teams. They're one of the ones that.
I don't know what you're saying. You're lagging.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can. Yep. So
All right,
Lamar
good.
scrambled on that play, but it was no gain. Drake moves into the slot on the left. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar's by himself in the pocket. He scrambles, but the defender comes. Maybe that's a 1 yard gain. Maybe. 3rd and 10. So Kawhi got a bad interest rate on his mortgage, so he's out for the season. Dude, yeah, the same thing happened to Michael Thomas for the Saints. That dude just doesn't want to play.
No,
I'm so glad I traded him in the Dynasty League, dude. So glad. I was like, yes. Like, I got rid of him. But that's the end
yeah,
of the third quarter.
that would have been year 2. He sat all year for you,
Yeah, true,
pretty
because
much.
cause I held on to him last year all year. Yeah, for real. I was like, does anybody want him? Nah. And then this year, right before the season started, I was able to trade him. And I think he ended up cutting him. Poor guy. That was vitamin D.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
He he'll figure a way. Did he win this week?
Honestly, I haven't even checked. I just looked at mine because I was shitting my pants because I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose. So I don't even, like, I haven't looked at it. So I'll probably look at it
Da-
tonight.
Dak Dak saw a clown on TV. He is citing PTSD, so he is out for the season. Seth.
Oh yeah, we should put like funny news segments on a ticker like at the bottom. Like those would be good to put on the ticker at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that both of those would be great.
Yeah, like the fake
Dak
news.
saw.
We need
Dak
one with
saw.
Cam Newton doing like a clothing line of like onesies or something.
Yeah, yeah. Come get your bibbies with fucking Cam.
Mhm.
Wear them. Be a full grown toddler.
That's funny.
Dude, I still don't understand. Like, who told him, "Hey, man, that looks good. Wear that to work."
I mean, I don't know who would tell him, so I assume he's telling himself. He's like, "Oh yeah, this looks
Oh,
good. I look good." Like, remember that hat that
I'm the
he
man.
had that had a hole on the top because his hair was so long he had to like stick it out the top of the hat?
First,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Of course.
That was great. Fucking Cam. All right. Fourth quarter's about to start. 3rd and 10. Lamar in shotgun. And they pick it up decently, and he completes a. Oh no, likely dropped it. Likely had it, and then when he hit the
Oh,
ground, he
likely.
dropped it. So his 4th down. Punt team's gonna come in. Breaking news: Aaron Rodgers' peace pipe ganja is now legal in 5 states. Yeah, that guy needs to go to a mountain and do some drugs. He'll probably throw the ball better. Well, he'll probably throw the ball better if he had Brandon Cooks or Odell. Oh, and the
Apparently, we did tried.
you what?
Apparently, they tried, and then nothing could work out, or so they say. I don't know. Hard to believe Goody all the time.
Yeah. Well, with Cooks specifically, he has like 18 million guaranteed next year. So they were like everybody that wanted him from the Texans was like, "Well, we need you to eat some money." But then they're like, "Well, but we only want to give you like a fourth." And it's like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like so you want us to eat it and then just take nothing? Like go be dog shit the rest of the season. How about that?" And that's what happened. So enjoy not having him cuz you didn't want to pay.
Probably couldn't afford to pay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but Jerry could work it out. They tried
Oh,
getting
Jerry could
they
always
tried
work
getting
it
the
out.
Cowboys. Jerry Jones' night nurse quit. She said since Dallas keeps winning, he has been shitting his diaper twice as much. That was a that
Leave
was
it to
a
Jerry Bear.
yeah, Jerry Bear, good old Jerry Bear. It's all that extra salt too, you know. Kamara with the run, 3-yard run, 2nd and 7. There's 14:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, there's Jawan Johnson in motion, and he nearly gives up a sack. And it was a pass to Kamara in the flat, incomplete, 3rd and 7.
Decent defense by number 6. Queen.
Yeah. How is that man still alive? It's like watching a cracked out Weekend at Bernie's dude. Apparently he doesn't drink, he doesn't like do anything. He eats healthy apparently. I mean, I don't know, man. It's he's not that old. Or is he?
He just seems old.
Yeah, he just seems old. But he's not that old. Like I'm pretty sure he's still in his 70s. Oh! Oh! They sacked Dalton and he hit him
Was that
hard in the back. It looked
Calais Campbell, I do believe.
Yeah, it looked like he get like it's almost like a whiplash, like his neck almost like snapped back. That was 2 guys
Oh,
that
yeah.
got there at the same time. So Baltimore gets another point against me.
You'll take those 1 points all day
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
6.
sure, absolutely. Yeah, and he didn't fumble either, so it's just 1 point. So I'm okay with that. So New Orleans is punting 4th and 16. Should be good field position for Baltimore. Um, and the ball is out of bounds, so they're gonna have very good field position, depending on wherever the ref decides to put it. Because what the hell? What the hell does he know? You know, where did like it went here. Like this is where it was. Jerry is 80. Yeah, 80 is not that old.
Yeah, 80's the new 50.
Yeah, 80 is like barely above the life expectancy here. But as far as like the way he looks and shit, like I mean, he can still walk around and do all kinds of shit. He's always doing interviews and he's always at the training camp and shit, walking around, winking at people.
Yeah, he loves to wink at people.
Oh yeah, that's the signature Jerry move right there. You got to say something weird like,
He's a winker.
yeah, you got to say something weird that makes no sense and then wink. That's how Jerry gets you. And if you see it too much, you get converted. But yeah, Jerry definitely senses like his time is almost over. And they've certainly squandered so many years after the Super Bowls.
Yeah,
And it's all his fault. It really is, because he's the
not
general
really.
manager.
Well, he got in pissing matches
Jimmy.
with Jimmy,
Yeah, that's true.
and then what? Who was it after Jimmy? Was it Barry?
Yeah, Barry Switzer. And Barry essentially just took over Jimmy's team and won.
Right.
Um, but that's how good that team was. You know,
Shit. Yeah. I mean, Troy Aikman, not the best quarterback of all time, but consistent as hell. And then you got Emmitt Smith running the ball,
yeah. When you have
and
Emmett, you don't need
and
him
our
to do
boy the
anything.
Earth.
You don't need Aikman to do anything when Emmett's
No,
there. So that's why he
you need
barely
him to
had
hit the
20
Earth.
touchdowns. He barely had 20 touchdown passes, so it's like he knew what he needed to do. It's like I just need to complete the throws when I need to, and hand the ball off to Emmett. If he would have gotten his nose out of Romo's jockstrap, dude, Romo, the only quarterback that has more or a better winning percentage in the fourth quarter or overtime and comeback victories is Pat Mahomes. That's it. Like, there's a misconception about Romo that like, oh, he just fucks it up at the end of games. Like, do some research. Like, Romo was actually very good. Without Romo, that team would be garbage, literally garbage. Romo made that team so much better. But it's kind of like everybody making fun of Nickelback. Everybody just likes making fun of Romo when he was a quarterback for some reason. I don't know why. But damn,
It
a handoff to Drake and he
was,
goes for maybe 15, 16 yards.
hell yeah.
Dijon Sanders took away an entire side of the field. He was legit. Dude, I remember I went to a Cowboys game when I was a kid. I was probably like 12. We were sitting in the end zone, like somewhere in the middle, but in one of the end zones. And Dion fucking returned a punt towards us and he scored a touchdown. And it was at that moment when I was like,
Oh, that's a,
this like football's badass. I was like, that was awesome. And I've been a football like a fucking legitimate NFL fan ever since. Watching Dion versus Rice classic. Yeah, I didn't see it too much, but yeah, those were those were like epic matchups for sure, definitely. And it's 2nd and 2. I'm not sure what happened on that play. I think it was a run. Lamar hands it off again. I think that's Drake. He dances around for no gain. 3rd down and 2 coming up. But yeah,
seems like they're trying to eat him.
yeah. but with the Cowboys, like even after they won the Super Bowls in the mid '90s, like they were still relevant up until the late '90s. They just didn't win in the playoffs. Like they were still getting there. They just couldn't win. And like you go from a great coach to like nobody's, and it's like yeah, like your organization's gonna go down the drain. And I remember those Dave Campo seasons, like '99, 2000. Like dude, they were awful. They had like 3 or 4 straight 5-11 seasons. Like they were bad.
Wasn't there wasn't there a quarterback named Quincy
Yeah, Quincy
at
Carter.
that time?
Yeah. Quincy Carter,
Yeah,
dude. My
I remember
dad
that.
went to a Mavericks game one time, and he said that Quincy Carter was sitting behind him at the game. And he
Did
was
your dad say what's up?
nah, he didn't say anything. My dad doesn't care about that shit. But he was just like, "Oh yeah, I saw Quincy Carter at the game." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Why didn't you take a picture or something?" Like he's like, "Nah." He's like, "He sucks. Who cares?" But
Yeah,
but
a
this
buddy
was
of
this
mine
was
was at
way
the.
after he played, you know.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't when he was the
it would
quarterback.
make
It's
zero
it's it's
sense.
it's way
You'd be like,
after.
yeah,
Yeah. It was maybe like 10 years ago, something like that. But it's 3rd and 1, pistol formation, but now it shifts to shotgun. He fakes it to Drake, and Lamar keeps it. He's still on his feet, jukes a guy, spins. That's probably a 20-yard run
oh
right
my
there.
god,
Wow. Bill Parcells coached. Yeah, he did. He coached them for like 4 years, and then I think after Bill, it was Wade Phillips, right?
yeah. The Packers and Clay Matthews ended Wade Phillips that one time in Lambeau Field when they beat the Cowboys like 40 something to 7. But I remember the Wade Phillips years. They had some good teams too.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then after that, Wade Phillips came to Houston, and he was the defensive coordinator here. And he was the one that said, as a rookie, before fucking the game started, this was in training camp. I remember Wade Phillips said, J.J. Watt will be a Hall of Famer. He fucking said that. And so his rookie year, J.J. Watt only had like 6 sacks, I think. But then that next year, he had the 20 some sacks, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, and then he kept doing it, and I was like, he called it. So I thought that was crazy. So I'll always remember Phillips for that. But this is like a weird shotgun pistol formation. It's like both. It's a delay of game, and Lamar slams the ball down, doing his Tom Brady impression.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
So the Colts and the
Just
Lions are
just
trying to get Sean Payton to coach. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Who would hire Payton? Yeah, I suggested the Colts. Um, I don't know if he wants to deal with a rookie quarterback though. Like, do you think he really wants to go with Matt Ryan? Like, dude, I don't think so. That's the thing about Peyton. Peyton's a legit coach, and if he doesn't have a quarterback,
but
it's gonna make it that much harder.
he
So
doesn't
he wants a good
he's
quarterback.
not going
He said the Colts are a
ooh.
dumpster fire. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Tom
so
Payton's hilarious.
so Lamar and Drake run the option. Lamar pitches it to Drake, but he loses like 5 yards, 6 yards, maybe. It's 3rd down.
Well,
There's 9:15 to go in the fourth. Come on, Baltimore, pick up the
that's
first down so you could keep
good.
eating the clock. What is it? 3rd and 14. There goes Tucker, getting ready to kick a field goal.
14.
The Lions haven't been relevant since Barry Sanders. Yeah, I mean they've had a couple good seasons with Matt Stafford, but where they made the playoffs, but
Yeah,
were they really contenders? Nah. They had a couple okay years though.
I mean,
Oh my god.
yeah, when Megatron was in,
Yeah. Lamar sidearms a ball to
Megatron and
Likely and he
Stafford were a
bobbles
good
it.
combo.
Incomplete. 4th and 14 and the clock is stopped. Should have just handed it off. Likely looked upfield before he secured the ball, and that was nearly intercepted.
Yeah,
That's
that would have
that's
been a
lucky.
sweet ass interception too.
Oh yeah, it would have. That would have been like that was almost nearly perfect right there. So Tucker in for the 41-yard attempt. And ooh, barely sneaks it in. He had enough room. He's clutch though.
That
He gives an arm pump. Stafford was constantly running for his life. Yeah, but if you have a quarterback that's mobile, you kind of don't really want the best offensive line because that means he can scramble and create plays. Like look at Mahomes. Mahomes in the pocket isn't great, but when he scrambles, that's truly when he's great. So it's like same with Watson. Deshaun Watson with the Texans, they didn't have great offensive lines. But because they were bad, the pressure got there and he was able to run and create after that. So it's like if you have a fucking tree, a statue of a quarterback like Peyton or Tom, well then you absolutely needed a fucking dominant offensive line. But if you have a mobile quarterback,
yep,
you
because
don't
they
need a
have to
great
be
one.
able to, yeah, they have to have that pocket to be productive.
Exactly. And look at Brady, like even though he won yesterday, the pocket hasn't been great for him this year, and that's why he's struggling.
No.
But yeah, unless the
Yeah, he's
line is dog
definitely,
shit. If it's dog shit, then it doesn't matter who the fuck's out there. But you can say like with Justin Fields, like they were trying to force him into being a pocket passer at the beginning of the season, and now they're letting him run. So it's like if you just change your play calling, change the way you do things, you can make shit work. You just have to have a coach that's willing to do it. Dude, then you get it RG3 or Josh Allen, quarterback goes down, your team is out. Yeah, or Dak. Dak never got hurt
or Dak.
until the guy fell on his leg and broke his leg. And then he tried like putting it back together, jamming it into the turf. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
So,
man. We get it. You're a tough guy, man. You're tough. But stop.
yeah, you can't just fix a broken leg like that. Like, let me just jam it in. I'm
Yeah,
good to
this isn't
go.
the 19. This isn't the 1930s or 40s. You don't get to walk over to the sideline, have a shot of Jack and whatever else to numb it away and keep going. I mean, dudes used to play with broken feet and hands and legs and arms all the time,
Yeah.
but that was way back when, before the thing known as rules.
Dak thought it was Gettysburg. So,
Oh man, so you think our boy Walker's a little bit upset here with his Saints?
yeah, probably. It's all right though. There's still plenty more games to get a win.
That's right.
But yeah, they'll be what 3-6 after this. That's not good. Oh,
No,
and
it's not. I
Lamar
mean,
was yelling at Stanley. Yeah, he's like, I want to
that
be
was
like Tom Brady. Oh my God. Dalton throws. He actually had a decent pocket, but the ball gets deflected up into the air and intercepted by Houston. And they're gonna have a short field. And they
with
celebrate in
eight,
the end zone.
just like you love. They all go down there, take a picture together.
There's Walker. Oh my God. Holy cow. My God. Bro, that interception was costly.
Yeah.
that might seal it right there. He just got his hand up, and Justin turned around, and it just fell right into his arms.
Yeah. It was pretty athletic play.
I'm just glad they didn't return it for a touchdown. That would have been bad for me.
That would have been shit.
Dude. Let me see
Like,
what the
damn it,
score
no, no,
is.
no, no.
It's 192 to 180 right now. Seth says Peyton was lamenting today on how bad the Saints are now. That's gotta suck watching your Super Bowl team tank. Yeah, dude. Well, when Sean Payton isn't there, and you don't really have a quarterback. I mean, you have Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston. That's like,
Interception city.
I mean, what can you do? And you also don't have like your number one receiver Thomas. He just doesn't want to play.
Nope.
Jarvis has been hurt all year, and Olave is a bright spot for sure, but you need more than that. So they have a lot of work to do. Yeah, they need to get a new quarterback, absolutely. But that was a handoff to Drake. That was a 9-yard run. It's 2nd and 1, just under 8 minutes to go. They can pick up a first down, then it'll be 1st and goal. And Drake picks up the first down, gets to the 3-yard line. It'll be first
Nifty
and
little
goal.
run.
Yeah.
Nifty little run.
Yeah, Drake is good. He's a very good running back.
Yeah, I'm happy I picked him up.
Yeah.
And with the way the injury bug has bit them, he's lined up to be productive for at least another week or so.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he'll be startable, especially in our league. Our league is really deep, and we start a lot of players. So yeah, you sometimes you have to dig deep and start guys that you really aren't sure about. But I think he's one of those that as long as Dobbins is out, you know what you're gonna get from Drake. You're gonna get carries. And they hand it off to him again. Touchdown, Saints.
All right.
26-6, pending the extra point.
Yeah.
Did he get in though? Was his knee down?
That
Yeah,
put
yeah,
me
he got in.
he got in.
Yeah, he got in.
That touchdown put me 189 to his 238 is where he's at. Damn.
Patriots are in talks for Rodgers. I about died laughing when I heard that. Could you imagine Billy Boy Belichick with Roach smoking Rodgers? Roach smoking Rodgers. I don't think he smokes. Doesn't he do mushrooms or something? I don't even know what that shit is that he was doing.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. So,
It's
I mean, what kind of
um
like who the fuck who the fuck does ayahuasca? Like what the fuck is that?
it makes you trip, basically.
Well, I assumed it's a hallucinogenic, but what the fuck is it? Seth says
Nobody
some
really.
some Indian shit. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's made by a shaman. That's how you get it. You can't just go and make it. Or I'm sure. I mean, you
Yeah,
could
Rogers
probably.
would do that. Like literally, instead of just smoking some weed, like he's like, no, I have to hallucinate the pretentious way, finding a shaman on a mountain
Well,
somewhere.
a lot of people with a lot of people who are in the army who have PTSD or people who have like severe mental problems go and take a weekend and microdose on ayahuasca, and it apparently has helped some people out work through inner demons.
So
But I
Rogers
mean,
has
you got
PTSD.
to no. I think he probably was like, I want to go within myself and see how I can learn. Because the way he put it is learn to self love, like be happy with yourself. Because until you're happy with yourself, you can't truly be happy with, like, for say, a woman or what have you.
Or your receivers. Seth says he is
Yeah,
finding
or your
ways to
receiver.
fucking win. He is going to need a lot of demon. Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, I mean, whatever he wants to do. It's just fun. Like, I've never heard of that shit until Rogers did it. So it's like, okay. Like, I thought it was
Yeah,
mushrooms or
there's
something.
a no, there's a guy on I think he was on Vice channel, did a documentary on him, the ayahuasca man in Kentucky. And I know he now has a YouTube channel as well.
So there's
He has
Indian
like all kinds
shamans
of
in
people.
Kentucky.
He, I believe he is a shaman. So he can make this crap.
Mm.
And to be honest with you, dude, it looks like doo doo water.
Oh, it's a tea?
Like no, whatever it is, it's like I don't know. I don't think it's warm or like maybe it's like room temperature,
Mm.
and it looks like literal diarrhea.
The
So I don't know
the
if I'd be.
KY
Oh
is
well,
crazy. Yeah, I guess I mean, maybe yeah, there could be a guy that moves to Kentucky and does it. But yeah,
yeah.
well,
This
I didn't really know anything about it, but um, yeah, man. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's cool. I don't I don't blame someone. You know what
yeah,
I say is like I don't trust the person that does nothing. You know what I mean? Because like, what are you doing to get the shit out? You know what I mean? How are you releasing your fucking pent up bullshit? Like you're probably online like trolling or something. You know what I mean? Like you're doing something wrong. And I feel like if you just have a drink or smoke weed or something, that's like the normal way to just fucking blow off steam. But like if you
yeah.
if you
Work it
don't
out.
do anything, then you're like a serial killer. You're doing like you know what I mean? Like you have anger issues or something cuz you don't let it out or you let it out in a weird way. Like you eat your feelings or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Everybody has their own way of coping with shit, but um,
Right, but the most natural, like you said, is to release a little steam with a beer
yeah,
or
have a couple
hit
beers at night or
hit the,
smoke a joint or something, or drink a damn
yeah,
tea or
hit the
whatever. Like
bong.
I'm cool with that. Or with Rogers, like he likes
Yeah,
he likes drinking whiskey, right? So like that's cool.
Scotch
Yeah, so
Scotch
I don't
whiskey.
blame I don't blame him
He's
for
into
trying
the
that shit.
gentle shit.
But Seth says shaman shit is just a meth head who sells you piss.
You know what's funny is the dude I'm talking about does look like a straight up meth head. Like I'm not even kidding.
That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, well, it's third and 14. Dalton throws a screen pass to Olave and picks up maybe fucking 10. But it's fourth down. Well, they're going to go for it, obviously, even though they're way
They
behind.
have
They need
to.
3 scores, but they're going to go for it. Just don't throw it to fucking Olave. Damn it. Let's see what the score is now. 192 to 182. So I have a 10-point lead. That was
Oh man,
that was to number 10, so I'm okay there. I don't know who number 10 is, but I know that's not Olave. Smith, I don't know who that is.
oh, look,
So Dalton's Dalton's pocket collapses and he scrambles to his right and just throws the ball out of bounds.
looks like he tried to throw it to Jameis.
Yeah, it's like here, I'm gonna spite you and throw it to you.
Yeah,
This is the only time
you
you're gonna
should be in
touch the
here getting
ball
spanked.
here. So second and 10, shotgun. Kamara's in there. I don't know if Jawan's in there. Oh, it's another pass to Smith. He gets gang tackled by
That's
three
okay.
dudes. That was like a gain of 8 or 9. Third and 1 maybe. Jesus. Probably just gonna hand it off to Kamara here. Nope, it's a pass. Oh, but it's a pass to Kamara, and he gains a huge chunk of yardage. They're on the other side of the field now in enemy territory. That's not good. That was like a 3 or 4 point play. Yep. So it's now
Oh man,
192, 96 to 185, 24. So if they keep picking
Ooh.
up a little bit of yardage here and there, and then someone gets a touchdown, I'm fucked. That's it. I'll lose. However, that score would probably drop because the defense would allow points. So they'll score, but they'll lose points too.
Oh, see, that's the tricky part for him.
Yeah. Oh, Dalton tried throwing to number 1. That ball was way out of bounds. 2nd and 10,
Yeah,
4:22 to go.
he might have been throwing for the first row stands there.
Yeah, that was. The guy looked open too.
Give it-
Meth head who sells you piss. That shit's funny. All right, Dalton pressured. Throw. Oh, that's Jawan Johnson. Jawan Johnson. Did he just score a touchdown or was he out of bounds? Oh my
No
God.
way!
Oh my God.
No way!
Yes.
Just when you needed a super savior,
No way. Are
Ja-
they gonna call him
Jawan
out?
Johnson.
I gotta see this again.
No, dude, he was in. He never touched White ever. Dude gave up on the play. Yeah, that's you can see green in between his shoe.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's gonna be close right there. Dude, they're gonna take it away. Either way, it's still a catch, but there has to be
Nah, dude,
conclusive evidence.
you can see green. I think that's a touchdown.
It looks like he's in,
You
but
can,
they're gonna review it, dude. They're absolutely gonna review it. What is the spread for this game? I think Baltimore was favored by like 2. Yeah, yeah, you're right. That does look like it's in. But you never know these reviews, man. But dude, if that stands, I win. If it stands.
yeah, you just won.
Oh my
Just
God.
just just when it looked darkest before the dawn.
And you know who I was gonna add, but I couldn't do it? I was gonna add Foster Moreau. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
talked about
it
that.
counts. It counts. Holy shit, I won. Yes. 8-1.
Boom, baby.
Oh my God. Good job, Dalton. Finally. Yes, so now it's
You
204 to 181. So unless Olave catches like 2 touchdowns in the next 4 minutes, I should win. But you never know. I mean, I might I could probably still lose. You really never know. They're probably going to go for the onside
well, you're
kick, don't you think?
thinking that they should.
Yeah, they should.
I mean, you need every bit of clock, and they still have all 3 timeouts. They should.
Yeah, they should.
Because what's the worst that can happen? You go to make them go 3 and out with your 3 timeouts, and from there you try to score real quick and then do another onside.
Yeah, exactly. That guy Peters and Harbaugh are having a heated discussion there. Sweet Lord, you put Dalton on your fantasy team? No, I don't have Dalton.
No,
Or well,
no, he's got.
I did have him, but I didn't start him. Well, dude, we're in a dynasty league, so like everybody's owned. Practically everybody's owned. There's hardly anybody on the waiver wire.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get lucky, or in certain cases, get likely.
Yeah, but they did. They did kick off, and it was a decent return, maybe to the 20. But no, I started Jawan Johnson because Mark Andrews is out, and I couldn't add anyone because he was doubtful, and they didn't put him out until the afternoon on Sunday, and Moreau had already played, and so the only guy that I was like, oh, I'll get Moreau because I wanted Likely, the replacement for Andrews, but
Somebody's banned.
somebody added him. And so the only guy that I could have added that I was like willing to add because Waller's out, I was like, oh, I'll add Moreau. But Moreau only had like 4 points. So then I was like, okay, well, who plays on Monday? Because that's the only person I want. Like, and then I saw Jawan Johnson, and I was like, oh, I'll fucking add him, whatever. Because I was able to put Andrews on the IR spot, and he has 12.2 with that play right there. So it was a good play, just out of default. You know what I mean? Like, he's like the last guy I wanted, and he's the best option. You had Fields, thought about
Yeah.
dropping him, glad I didn't. Dude, I have Fields too.
Also thought about
46.72
dropping him.
points. Thought about dropping who?
You said you also thought about dropping him for like a second.
Who?
Fields, that is. Fields, you did for like earlier on. Like, is he?
No, I'm not going to drop
Are they ever
Fields in
going
the
to win?
Dynasty League. I was trying to trade him, but nobody wanted him either. Yeah, I wouldn't drop
Well,
Fields,
shit.
dude.
Now, well, yeah, wrong terminology. Sorry about that. But either way, you're glad you held on to him now.
Absolutely, because I have two QB1s now, Mahomes and Fields. As long as they keep calling these plays for Fields like this, he's gonna run the ball, and that's gonna be like 10 points every game in the rushing department. But Baltimore's just running the ball, trying to kill the clock here. And how much time is left? I cannot believe he scored that touchdown, dude. That's crazy. 3.5 minutes left. But they're showing that Curtis Samuel touchdown. Did you see that?
Oh, dude, when the ref took out. Yeah, I did see that. I didn't see it live, but that was a nuts play.
Yeah. And nobody touched him, so he just like rolled in. But all right, it's 2nd and 10. Drake's in there. They're in pistol formation. Guys are moving all over the place. Likely doesn't know what he's doing. It's probably a run though. Yep, hands it off to Drake to the right. Good run. Gets about 8 or 9.
Yeah, strong.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to draft fucking Bryce Harper or Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. And I was like, oh man, I don't even like I'm gonna be waiting for them to like develop. Like what if they don't even, you know what I mean? I was like, shit, like who the fuck's gonna be my QB2? And then Fields out of nowhere just starts like playing well, and I was like, what? I was like, all right, hell yeah. Mahomes and Fields, dude,
Take that.
combined, those guys gave me like 78 this week.
Oh yeah, that's deadly.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's deadly. That's gonna be hard to contend with.
Yep. But before that, I had to start like Davis Mills, Daniel Jones. I was starting like all these scrubs. Yeah, but I was getting okay, like 14 points or so. But dude, now he's putting up like 30s and shit. Like it's like, oh my god. It's like I'm like, cause dude, Vitamin D's a Bears fan, so I offered him Fields, and he's like, man, like I want him because I'm a fan, but he's not doing anything, so I'm not gonna give you a lot. And I was like, well, dude, I need at least a first round pick. And swap me one of your quarterbacks, like your shittiest one. And he's like, I don't even want to do that. And I was like, all right then. I was like, well, just know that once he starts playing well, it's gonna cost you more. Because right now he isn't scoring, but once he starts putting up 30s, what do you think it's gonna go for? Like, yeah, I'm gonna ask for like 2 first round picks and a good quarterback to replace my good quarterback. And he's like, well, shit, I probably don't want to trade then. And I was like, all right then, I'll hold on to him. So it's like, dude, I've offered so many
Remember,
trades to people and they all turn me down, and it ends up in my favor every time.
I mean, like you said too, like when you put it on the table like that, he had to think about it, and that none of us knew that he would get to this point right now. Like at first, it was like, oh, the Bears will just Bears, and they'll just have another sorry year. But
Yeah,
they lose players on defense that are dramatic losses, but it's like it doesn't matter because his play has picked up so much.
it's true. Yep.
It's like that's fine. We'll run our asses off and pick up points. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I would be interested to see what he would try to trade you for him now, because like you said, you would want. Yeah, give me 2 first rounders
Yeah, now it's
and
gonna be.
somebody now.
Yeah, now it's 2 first rounders, and I need a replacement for him. So give me your worst quarterback. That way, I at least get some replacement and 2 first rounders. That's what I would ask. Cause, dude, I mean, 46 points or what the fuck did I say? Whatever it was, 40 something, dude. Like these last 3 games he has, he's a top 10 quarterback in all those weeks. That's QB1
See that
numbers.
that's where you need that's where you need Junzi to be in on the conversation. Be like, dude, that's a pretty sweet deal. He'd sell it for you.
Dude, that one I'm actually very sad that we were not streaming when all 4 of us were having that conversation about the trades. That was so
It
fucking
would have been
hilarious. That would have been great.
a highlight reel.
Dude, that was so funny.
Yeah, because we tell people about it, they're like, no way. Like, yes, yes. Three, almost 3 to 4 separate deals fell apart on the same side.
Oh my god. And then he still got the kicker he wanted. All of it was for a fucking kicker. He got the kicker. It's like, damn, I've never seen someone want a kicker so bad, dude. Like, that's the worst position. And you traded a yeah, I mean it was I think he traded Goff like what are you doing? That was so funny, dude. Oh my god. Well, there's under 2 minutes now. It's 3rd and 2. They keep handing the ball off. Dude, kickers make or break you. True, but they're also the lowest scoring position. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's not.
unless you get Tucker on a good week.
Well, yeah, but it's not like he. It's not like he had a bad kicker. He just wanted McPherson for some reason. Oh, Drake gets taken down for like a loss of 8. But the clock is running. They can't
Yeah,
stop it.
it's too little too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Man, look at the NFC South standings.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Carolina has no chance. New Orleans has no chance. And this is between the Buccaneers and the Falcons. And that's crazy to think that the Falcons have a
It
shot.
is crazy, dude.
But you know what? If the
Scrappy.
Saints can rattle off like a few wins, they're back in it. So it's really not over for the Saints, but for the Panthers it is. But
Yeah,
the
well, that's too
Saints,
much.
yeah,
There's too much negativity going on down over there.
for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder where Baker's gonna end up. Like, you think he becomes a backup somewhere?
I think he almost has to.
Yeah. What about
Unfortunately for him.
Darnold? What do you think happens to him?
What's crazy is he had that spurt last year
Yeah, he did.
where
He was the best one out of all the
he
guys
looked
they
like he
had.
could be convincing, but it just didn't go well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and he knew how to get it to CMC.
True, he was willing to check down. Very true. Like, that's a smart quarterback right there.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like he probably gets more of a shot at a starting job than Baker, wouldn't you think?
Darnold?
It's just not. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not saying like he's going to take over a job, but he would get a shot at competing
Yeah, I
if
think they're
whoever
both
picks
going to
him up.
try to go somewhere where they have a shot to compete. Yeah, I agree with you there. They're going to pick the team that has a shaky situation. Like, maybe one of them goes to the Colts, maybe. Or, I
Yeah,
mean, maybe the Texans. But they're probably going to have to take a pay cut to be the backup. And it's almost like, okay, you're most likely going to have to be the backup here. Like, and yeah, of course, if there's injuries, then you're going in. But if there's no
yep.
injuries, you're literally just going to be on the bench. But it's, dude, this offseason is going to be nuts, especially free agency. There's a lot of good players in free agency. And the draft is going to be crazy too. It's going to be an interesting offseason for us, man, cuz we have plans to make videos and shit.
We're going to cover it all.
Seth said Baker had a shot in Cleveland to seriously win. He douched himself out. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
but
if
they
he didn't
they went with
try
Watson.
immediately,
And so
yeah, but I
what?
mean,
Like,
he could have at least.
so he could have been starting right now and been playing like shit.
Well, you never know. He could have had a decent. I mean, if Brisket could have earned it the way he did, Baker could have easily been in those same shoes. But I mean,
I would think
you're probably right.
Brisket is probably better than Baker at this point. He has way more experience. I
It
trust
was
I
a hell of
trust
a lot more consistent.
yeah, I trust Brissett's consistency over Baker's. So I think they're happy with that. It's a QB draft, absolutely, dude. There's like, at least as of right now, there's 3 legitimate first round picks, and like probably all 3 will go in the top 10. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and Will Levis. And then you never know, dude. In the fucking Senior Bowl, there might be a guy. In the playoffs, somebody might come out of nowhere. The combine might show some people. You might see maybe 4. If Baker would have spent as much time on film than rent to own commercials, dude, I love those commercials that he's in. He's actually pretty good at them. But you're right. He probably could have spent more time being a QB rather than trying to be a spokesperson. You're right. But he is natural acting in commercials. Like, he is pretty good at them. Those commercials
They are home.
at the stadium are really good. Like, I like the one
Yeah,
where he has the groceries and he like leaves the keys in his pocket. That one's fucking funny.
cooking Thanksgiving dinner in the concession stand.
Oh yeah. And then the funny thing is, this commercial makes no sense, but him and the linemen are like playing on the fucking jumbotron, but they have headsets on. And the girlfriend comes in and says, "Can you guys keep it down?" It's like, they have headsets on. That commercial makes no sense. But anyway, yeah, that's the only one that I thought was dumb. But I liked the book club one. That one was good. And the one where he's watering the lawn
Talk
and the lady
good
drives by, that one's
about the
really good
neighbor.
too. The what?
Yeah, the talking shit about the neighbor.
Yeah,
When he's watering, they're out there talking shit about the one lady who drives by.
and the way he
That one
waves,
is
he's
hilarious.
like the way he waves at her and makes that face. That's fucking funny. He is a wannabe Brett Favre, except he doesn't have an arm, personality, or outstanding felony charges.
That's damn short. You got to add addiction to painkillers too.
That's true. Well, he might have an addiction. Baker might. You
Yeah,
never
I
you
mean,
never know. But I can't believe I got that win
yeah,
just when it looked like I was gonna possibly lose. Good old Red Rocket or Red Rifle or whatever the fuck his name is throws it to Jawan and somehow he tight ropes the sideline. Gives me a epic
dude,
fucking
beautiful.
touchdown pass.
It's like the Ravens defenders, like, oh, he went out and gave up.
Yeah, I honestly thought he went out when I saw it live, and then he kept running, and then they signaled touchdown. I was like, what? I was like, they're just gonna let that go. I was like, okay, thank you. But yeah, he got 12.2. I guess I made the right choice by default, you know? He was my third choice.
Hey, when it works, and you don't question it afterwards.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Jonesy lost. Oh, Vitamin D won. He beat Pig Skinnerd. Wow. So now Jonesy's the worst one. That's funny. So
No wonder
Geneva
now he's really
won.
not going to talk.
Chai City won. I won, and Vitamin D won. And you might drop to third, because I think. Well, actually, hold on. Fields of Dreams. Oh, I beat Fields. Okay, so Chai City beat you by how many? 48. No, that's not enough to beat you in points. And then Geneva. No, dude, you're still going to be in second place. So even though you lost, you have the points tiebreaker.
Holding on to it for now.
So you stay in second at 6-2. Chai City will be or sorry, 6-3. Chai City will be third at 6-3. And then there's going to be 5-4. Well, I don't know. It's too many to fucking figure out, but I know for sure you'll be second, and then the other guy will be third. The guy that beat you moves up to third. Allen is out with injury, like for real. Well, yeah, I knew about his elbow, but they haven't said anything, or unless the news just came out.
Very well could have. I clicked it off of the post game because I don't like Scott Mantel.
The thing that I saw at 6:19 says Bill's still evaluating Allen's elbow. Let me check. Let me check the other thing. Let me check NFL news. That would suck because I have him in the money league.
Oh, dude, that. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer for you.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I'm sure the news will come out like elbow hour ago. So he's out. He's officially out. I haven't seen any news about that. So I don't know what you're looking at, but
We'll see.
I know he's
It'll
injured,
all be
but
if that's really the case, then we're gonna see it all over everything tomorrow morning.
debating about surgery, said they are going to IR him for a game. Where are you reading this?
The BuffaloBills.com.
I mean, I would think they'd be talking about it on ESPN or something. Let's see.
I would think so too.
Okay, I see right here on ESPN.com. Bills quarterback Josh Allen being evaluated for UCL injury. I mean, this is the same thing that I saw. So I don't know. I don't know who said that. If Shefty or Rappaport don't say it, it's not true.
Don't believe it.
Yeah, don't believe it.
Yeah.
For sure, limited. Well, yeah. I mean, he's probably not gonna practice unless
No.
unless the rest of the tests come back like there's some kind of fucking strain or something. Then he might miss the game. But yeah, he's in danger of missing. But I don't think he's been ruled out yet. But yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think he might miss the game. It's probably safer to just sit him out a week or two and let him
Record's
heal.
good enough. He can take another walk.
I don't know, man. The Jets might take that division then. They play Minnesota next, dude. That's a tough game. Ooh,
Yeah, and shit, without Allen,
yeah. Without Allen, that's a loss. Then they play Cleveland, Detroit, New England, Jets. I mean, I guess they could do okay without him for those other ones, but Minnesota, that's a tough one. Let's
yeah,
see.
that's an opportunity.
Yeah, see, but a UCL injury, that's typically a baseball injury, and the baseball throwing motion is way different than a football throwing motion. So normally when a quarterback has a UCL injury, it's not that bad. Unless it's like seriously fucking torn off the bone or something. But oh, Seth says he needs some Rogers Roach medicine. Yeah. He needs that fucking meth head crackhead tea.
the
That'll heal him right up.
P,
P, yeah, P.
the, the PT.
The PT, yeah, there you go. But that game picked up in the second half. The first half was garbage. But that game definitely picked up
Yeah,
in the second half.
had some exciting plays, some red zone worthy. That last touchdown was definitely exciting for reasons not in the game, but so much as Carlos's fantasy.
Yeah, for real. That was like the most exciting thing probably. But Lamar finished with 82 rushing yards, so he's right around where he normally gets. But he only had
Normally is,
133
yeah.
passing yards. And
Mm,
Olave
a little
went
bit.
6 for 71. So when you compare that to what Damian Pierce did on Thursday, 139 yards on the ground. I don't know, man. I think this is a two-man race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think it's Olave or Pierce.
You still thinking neck and neck at this point?
I mean, it's really close. I would say most people would give it to Olave because of the Texans, because they're bad. I mean, but the Saints are bad too. But nobody like when it comes to them, it's like, oh, they're not bad. They're just having a bad year. But with the
Yeah.
with the Texans, it's like, oh, this is fucking garbage. So yeah, I would say most people consider Olave the leader. Honestly, it probably would have been Brees Hall if he never got hurt, but he's hurt. So,
I know that's a shame too.
and you know what? If Kenneth Walker keeps going the way he's going, he could enter the mix too, because he's starting to play really well. So it could be a three-man race, honestly. The thing is, Pierce has been starting from the beginning and has a lead on all the stats because he's played in
Yeah.
more meaningful, well, not meaningful, but more games with more opportunities. So he has better stats. And honestly, Pierce has more yardage and everything than Olave too. When you combine the receptions, the receiving yards, the receiving touchdown, and the 600 and almost 700 rushing yards for Pierce. He's like 6th in the league in rushing, dude.
I know it's insane.
So I think it's
And then
Pierce
I
right
remember,
now. But
if I
maybe
had
I'm
to bet,
biased.
maybe I haven't. But dude, like you and Junzi talked about him at the beginning of the year, and that's what made me pay attention.
Dude,
I
I
was like,
was
why would
talking
they?
about him right at like leading up to the draft and after the draft. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be good. Because I remember I looked at him um, before the draft happened because that's what I do now since we're in Dynasty. So I looked at all the running backs that were projected to be drafted top like 4 rounds, and he was projected like third, fourth round. And I remember watching like his highlight videos, and I was like, damn, like this guy's a beast. But he was in a committee, didn't see a lot of action. But he has a good BMI, and his touches. He was scoring a lot of touchdowns for his touches. Now I get it; that's different in college than the pros. But hey, give credit to Casario because he fucking saw it, and he was like, "This guy can
He
fit what
saw
we
it.
want to do." And as soon as they drafted him, I was like, "Yep, I'm drafting him in the rookie draft," and I did. I fucking took him. But then I traded him to Junzi but I wanted Andrews, and he was like, "Give me Pierce." I was like, "You don't even like the Texans. What the fuck do you want him for?" And then, but he wanted a running back because that's his weakest position. So I feel fucking terrible about that, man. It's like, oh. But
A little bit of
honestly,
seller's remorse there.
I'm so spoiled at running back. Honestly, like he would just be on my bench, really. So
Yeah,
that's why I was like, all right, fine, I'll trade him. But still, it feels bad because he's a Texan. You know, you want to play with your guys, but
as often as you can and as productive. That is.
yeah, exactly. But that was a good game. Picked up towards the end. I'm glad I won in fantasy. Rob, sucks you lost, but you're still in second, so it's not the yeah,
I'll roll with it.
it's
I'll
not
roll
too
with it.
it's not too
I
bad of
think
an outcome.
I think we combined won the week in Pick'em, so
Yeah, I think we both
there's
got
a
11 right,
yeah.
and the
Take that.
two we got wrong are they were upsets for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely upsets, and honestly, like one or two plays could have been the differences. We could have gotten them all right. I don't think that's ever
I know.
happened.
No, I keep trying.
We
It's
were
hard.
so close this week, so close. Oh, damn upsets.
What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? But I see we got some subscribers here, so thanks to everybody that tuned in and gave us a gave us the thumbs up and all that shit. We appreciate it. We just
Help you.
started, but we're growing and we'll get better as we go along. And
Absolutely.
but yeah, it's fun. It's fun for us doing this shit. So we'll keep going until we can't. Really. Um,
Yeah.
but is there anything else you want to say, Rob, before we go? Closing statements.
Think uh think you said it, but I'll reiterate it. We appreciate everybody hanging and hitting the likes, hitting the subscribes. It helps this channel grow along the way, and we definitely appreciate that. Hit that old bell for notifications if you want to know, but it's pretty easy to keep track of. Any primetime NFL game, we're here hanging out, chatting it up, and answering the questions. We really appreciate those too. So
Oh yeah.
keep it coming, and
Oh yeah.
we look forward to seeing you guys again come for Thursday night.
Yeah, and thanks to all the chatters too. We had a guy named Charles, obviously Walker. Seth, recurring guest on the show. Another guy named Christopher. Another guy, Gamer Boy. We had quite a few chatters in here. So thanks to
Hell yeah!
everybody.
Shout out,
And
shout out to all you guys.
yeah, hell yeah. So thanks for coming back and thanks for the new chatters and all that shit. But good night, everybody. It's getting late. We will be back on Thursday for the game on Thursday on Amazon. I don't know who plays, but oh, it's Atlanta and Carolina, I think. But
Yeah, we might be jumping on the old Dirty Bird wagon there.
Yeah. I think it would be crazy to go. Although they're barely favored though. It's like 1 or 2 points. So, but they're on the road. So you never know. It could always be an
Dump,
upset.
dumpster fire bowl 2.0.
Nah, man. Atlanta's not a dumpster fire. They're pretty scrappy this year. Um, but yeah. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you on Thursday. Have a good one.
Peace.